Welcome, everybody, to the 31st episode of the Nerd Outlet podcast. Today, I'm your host because Luther's a little bitch. My name is Nathan. Joining me today, Gabe.
Yo, Dreamcatcher.
And Greg.
What's up, nerds?
The two G's, as I like to say. Not the three G's.
Have you ever said that?
No, I have not.
Yeah, no.
Not the three G's, which a lot of people are going to get confused by. Guy's grocery game, Guy Fieri.
Dude, fuck that, man.
And then some people might get confused with the 3Ds. Was it dives, drive-ins, and no, drive-ins?
The third one is a bar. So.
Drives, dive-ins, and something else.
Isn't it bars?
No,
No.
it's the 3Ds.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
3Ds and 3Gs.
Dude, I feel like every restaurant I go to here in Marietta, I see Guy Fieri's fucking face on it.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
No, hey, man.
I like
you gotta
that.
stop
There's
that,
like
man.
some restaurant that actually features his food, like his recipes and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
I can't remember what
I
it
wonder
is.
if it's good. Is it called TGI Fridays?
Probably. I don't know what it is.
You did a joke, Nathan.
Huh?
You did a joke.
I did a joke.
I had to point you to. I had to poke you to let you know that was a joke.
Ooh. I can take a cue. But no, for real, fuck Guy Fieri and his fucking Super Saiyan haircut.
I love it, man. He's so ridiculous. It's the ridiculousness that sells it.
He's an
Well, he
American
knows that too.
Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, but Gordon Ramsay's literally so much better.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's Americanized. Like, this... Guy Fieri is what happened to Gordon Ramsay if he was, like, from America. Like, all, like,
If
super
he was
red.
from America,
Yeah,
okay,
if he-
that
yeah.
makes sense. Because I'm pretty sure Gordon is a pretty American guy now.
Yeah, he lives in California, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch his show all the time, dude.
Which one? Fuck.
All of them. Every single one of them.
Which one?
I tried
The
the
one
F
with
word.
the
It was all right.
kids,
The
or-
live one? It
Yeah.
was all right.
Dude, it's just...
Out of all of them, it's the weakest. I'm not big on Hotel Hell either. But,
Dude, nothing beats Hell's Kitchen.
I don't know.
OG, man.
I don't know.
OG.
Master Chef Junior is pretty good.
I fucking hate
All the
MasterChef
children.
Junior,
You don't
dude.
like the
Oh, I
kids?
love
I
it, man.
hate the kids. Fuck the kids.
There's this kid that's
Dreamcatcher's
from Texas,
motto.
and he's this really big guy, and he has like the little fucking mohawk. He's a like defensive end in middle school,
Yeah.
and like, dude, he just like, yeah, I'm gonna put some mashed potatoes in this, and I'm like, bruh,
That's how we do it in
you
the
don't have
South.
to taxify this, bro.
That's how we do it in the
This is
South,
sushi.
though.
He did a
Fry them
bacon
shits up.
flavored macaroon.
Nice.
That sounds delicious,
It
though.
was
Yeah.
not. They're like, this is gross.
Oh.
He almost left. He should have left.
He should have died.
Oh, I've seen that kid. Yeah.
How old is that kid?
11.
Oh,
12.
dude, he has no future. Tell that kid just kill himself.
Damn.
Damn,
No
bro.
future.
Damn.
No future.
Right? He got more of a future than us.
I mean, now Gordon Ramsay doesn't approve of him.
Gordon Ramsay did approve of him for a while.
I wonder, like,
I
somebody
don't
should
know
do
where he got. I didn't even finish the show, but
somebody should do like a series on what happens to the people who like don't win his competitions.
like 3
It's-
years later.
Yeah, like
I'd
yeah,
love to
it's-
see a Master Chef Junior one. Chelsea got on the bad in a row.
I'm still in elementary school, but now I'm addicted to heroin.
Yeah. I have 3 babies.
in elementary school.
Yeah. I take them to preschool while I go to elementary school.
Oh my god.
Anyway, guys, so this is the post E3 conversation.
Post E3.
Hashtag none of us were right about anything.
No.
There were
We're
no
not.
hashtag no surprises.
Hashtag not Year of Dreams 3.
Yeah. Hashtag except if you're a Nintendo fan.
True. Actually.
Or an Assassin's Creed fan. Be proud to be one, like I am.
But we're
Welcome
talking about
back.
surprises.
No,
Literally, dude,
it
we
was
knew
a surprise to see how much hope there is
bro.
again for this series.
There was no surprise with that game. We literally saw everything about the game before E3.
not gameplay.
Touche. I saw screenshots though.
Yeah, but
Looked good.
you saw screenshots of like the scenery and like the background and stuff like that, but not.
Him fighting, yeah. I saw the Game Informer, or someone was taking pictures of the Game Informer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you said to me, it
lot
just
of
shows up
stuff
to see it 'cause I
about
don't wanna
that
be
game
spoiled.
leaked.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it.
Yeah, like literally like a day before.
It's Assassin's Creed, so
Yeah, that's what happened.
I didn't really care, so I looked.
Yeah, and yeah, true.
Anyway, yeah. So everybody had their conferences, and I have them all down. If you guys just want to kind of quickly go through the conference.
Yeah.
And
Let's do it.
So we started off. It would have been Saturday last week for EA. It was EA Play.
EA Play.
They're technically this isn't E3, technically, but because EA is doing their own thing now. But
It's part of E3.
Yeah, so I did a grade system. You guys don't have to do one. I don't care. But that was the worst conference I've seen in a long fucking time.
Hands down.
Honestly,
real bad.
if it wasn't for one video game on that whole conference, that would have been an F for me. I gave it a D.
Ooh, D for dicks.
The pros were, of course, Battlefront 2.
Hey.
Looked amazing.
Wait. So one game?
2.
There's
I
two
that's why I said pros. Battlefront 2, and then one interesting, smaller title called A Way Out.
Oh yes.
So that's going to be a local co-op, and what I've heard it's also online co-op. But
Yeah, it's local and online.
Yeah, it's
but
these
the
two
developer's like really encouraging people to play local co-op,
and that's
Yeah.
what I want to do.
just because he's super passionate
looks
about
really fun.
people playing it that way.
And I mean, like, there's a difference, and then like
Well, the way the game like separates, the camera for different
amazing.
perspectives,
I
I
love
feel
it.
like it would be more impactful to watch that together, like on
Yep.
one screen.
Totally agree. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that looks online versus how it looks local.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so I think it looks really interesting more than anything. People were walking out of the hands-on impressions impressed. So I mean, it's a wait and see still for me, but definitely surprising. It definitely looked better than anything else that was on that show floor.
Yeah, and you never played Brothers, either of you guys,
A little bit.
And it's made by the same guys. Was
Yeah.
it A Tale of Two Sons called?
right?
Is that
Brothers
what-
and
Brother-
A Tale of Two Sons.
Yeah. And
Super emotional game.
I'm just not big on like, hey, you control both of them with both analog sticks. I don't really like it.
Yeah, it takes getting used to with the controls. It's
Yeah.
not like the most easy control scheme ever, but
Yeah,
it's a really good game.
I could see myself getting used to it, but I just didn't want to get used to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel
I just didn't care enough.
Yeah.
Even though everybody told me it was a great game, he's like, I'll take your word for it. Like, you can like it. It's okay.
Just
I
watch the
don't
YouTube
have to-
videos on
yeah.
it.
I was like, I don't have to play it. You good?
So what did EA even start out with again? I don't even remember.
Bro, they started off. Okay, this is what I know.
They
yeah.
started off basically
started
teasing Battlefront 2. They're like, "We're here to show you Battlefront 2, but guess what? You gotta wait until the end of our presentation."
Bro, it didn't even start off with
You
that.
gotta
It
watch all
started
this
off with
bullshit.
all like 8 people walking in with Tom Brady jerseys with drums.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, dude,
That's
I
Tom
would
Brady
have turned that
drums.
shit off right
And
there.
I was like, what the fuck? And then they like announced some stupid ass adventure story in
For
Madden.
with
yeah.
Tom Brady?
No. So what I learned today, 'cause
Well, I was
listening-
actually interested because there's an actor in there that I'm a fan of. But
and
other than
another
that-
thing is you don't play football in the story.
yeah,
it's
that's
more
what
of
I
like a
heard.
Telltale adventure game.
Choose your own adventure, which is really
For
weird.
the story mode for like the new Madden?
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's not a
That
story.
sounds
no-
interesting though. I can't
No,
I
that's
can't
what
be
I'm saying.
hooked
that's
to
what
that.
people are
I
saying.
didn't know that until today, and I was like, whatever. It's like the FIFA thing, and then I heard that, and I was like, huh? Because I'm already gonna get mad, and I'll probably get it when it's like $30 during playoffs. That's what I usually do. Unless it's really fucking good. And they're like, hey, this is the best Madden in the past 10 years.
What if like
And then
this
I'll
one's
pick it
game
up.
of the year for all of us? Like the story is that
Madden
impactful.
18 is the best game of the year.
No, but they started off with that, and then even we walked out of E3 with no gameplay for Madden. I was like, why the fuck did you even start that off then?
Yeah.
It was the most incoherent
Well, they brought out like
mess.
these like podcaster dudes or something.
YouTubers. They had a lot
Yeah,
of
like-
YouTube personalities.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Shoutcast.
So
Hey, shout
annoying.
out to Shoutcast one time.
Actually, shout out to Golden Boy. I do love Golden Boy, but you could tell he was definitely just there for the
Oh
money.
yeah, Golden Boy for Battlefront for that Battlefront gameplay. That
Yeah.
was fine.
That Battlefront money.
Because Golden Boy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
No, Golden Boy's great.
I
but
Just Team was fine too. I mean,
Oh, they
shoot.
brought iJustine? I didn't watch
It was
so
her
I
and
was
Golden
like,
Boy, and then like a developer I think that were covering the gameplay for
the
Battlefront.
shoutcasting could have been worse, guys. Let's just put it at that. You had some good people.
We'll get to a bad shoutcaster. It's coming.
Ooh.
Microsoft.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
that was
Yeah,
Are
bad.
you
get to
talking
that.
about that?
We'll
like,
get to it.
indie
We'll
game?
get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Dude, oh, the one that like nobody saw coming. Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, and the
shit?
dude came out and he's like, all right, guys, get ready.
Yes,
Get
he was like-
ready to rumble. And I
He
like,
was so
"Wait,
hyped for this
what?"
game.
And everybody was like, what the fuck? And they had it on like for like it looked like Hunger Games. It was just
Yeah, it was
Hunger
like
Games,
it was like a
video
what, a
game.
minute demo, or whatever it was. Dude, it was
He just
quick.
walked out and I was like, huh.
Good job, bro.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's what you should do to show your game. Shoutcast. that's gonna win everybody over.
But EA had like some YouTuber try to present Need for Speed, and he like totally fucked up too.
What,
There's
like
like this
driving?
hipster dude who thought he was like the coolest shit ever.
Oh, dude,
I'm pretty
felt
sure
for
his
him,
like
man.
teleprompter turned off or something, so he had nothing to
I
read.
totally felt for him right there. It reminded me of like Unravel when the dude came up and he started shaking. Do you remember that?
Oh, sad.
Yeah, well, that guy was nervous because he was presenting his like life's work, like
Yeah.
his creative art. This guy was just
Still,
trying
dude.
to read something, and he's like, "Oh wait, I can't read it now."
Dude, I would shit a brick. Sorry.
He's
like,
a YouTuber. It's
Okay,
like
but-
his life to be in front of a camera.
but
Like
it's
you just can
different
roll
when-
with it.
It is much different being in front of a camera like now, like this, compared to that.
to like
'Cause
a live,
remember,
like
I remember when I went to go see Kind of Funny at MomoCon, and they were live streaming the panel.
Mhm.
And I went up, and the camera hit me, and I just froze for a second. I was just like, thinking, like, dude, there's thousands of people looking at this dumbass right now. That dumbass is me. And I'm just like, I can't remember what I asked. I think I forgot what I asked and just thought of something on the fucking fly because I was just nervous.
I mean, I
what-
feel
what's
you,
your
but
favorite
It
like,
was also the
cupcake?
first time I
He's-
ever said a word to these people that I've literally listened to for years.
I mean,
So,
I know,
what's your
but
favorite
like,
beer?
he's not a random bystander that they just picked out of the crowd and were like, "Here, tell us what you
Oh,
think."
yeah,
This
yeah.
is somebody that could have rehearsed what he had to say,
Still, man.
but like, he just flopped. So,
hey, man.
I don't know. I thought it was dumb.
I, thought it was
I don't even know why
dumb,
they
but
brought in YouTubers anyways. He like clearly
That's
doesn't
the
give a
issue.
shit about the game. Like, why is he there? He's
Okay.
like, "Hey man,
So
I came
feel
here
like
to see some gameplay, so show me what Need for Speed's about."
That game looked like shit.
It's like, dude,
No,
that guy
but-
sounds like the coolest.
have
man
you
I've
played
ever
a
met.
Need for Speed? Like, what?
No, but everything else, man. And then the conference, it was so disjointed. When they would go from one game to another, or they would like stop talking and show gameplay, I'm like, okay, I guess we're watching gameplay now. Like,
Right.
it felt like the dude just stopped mid sentence. I was like, all right, I guess we're showing gameplay now. Okay.
YOLO.
But enough of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Microsoft was next.
Hey.
They technically opened E3 Sunday. I guess morning it would be in San Francisco or
Yeah.
LA.
We watched it live together.
Yeah, so I gave their conference a B minus. It was a really good conference.
B for
I think.
bitches.
Yeah.
You said yeah.
Yeah.
B for bitches, man. They showed a lot of games. I think they went a little bit more for quantity over quality.
Yeah,
not
they're-
ridiculously.
They're really
not.
big about. We have 42 games we want to show you, and
And I see where their
They're really
message
big
was
about that.
coming
Yeah.
from. So what I put the pros were the Xbox One X.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's so it wasn't Xbox Scorpio. It wasn't Xbox One Pro. It's Xbox One X. It's not a bad name, but it's also just like
It's confusing. I just don't like the name. It should give
Yeah.
it Xbox One Pro.
yeah. I mean,
Elite.
it makes sense. Like Xbox One S, Xbox One X.
something
like, I
that
see it
clearly sets it above an S. Like,
in the X. Yeah, it's like an Ultra or a Super.
Super
You
would
know.
have made a better name.
I still think they should have called the Switch the Ultra Nintendo.
the Ultra Nintendo. That would have been kind of cool.
Oh, bruh, and have the OG packaging, and just put Ultra in like that awesome '80s style, like sideways. I don't even
Like
know what that.
brush.
Yeah, that
font,
brush look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking would have loved that. Yeah, that.
That Porsche.
Lots of games. There's a
Oh,
good.
that Porsche
the
though.
911 GT2.
Dude.
Yeah,
Oh
lots
my
of
god.
lots
That
of
Forza?
variety.
Huh?
I'd say that lots of variety out of the game.
It,
sure.
it definitely has something for everybody.
They showed like AAA games, indie games,
Kid games, adult games.
True, yeah.
That fucking hamster game.
Yeah,
no, what was
shooters.
it? Squirrel game
The
that looked like
Fox.
Conquer. Yeah.
The Fox, yeah.
Fuck that game.
Shoot, no, well, fuck that game, but I mean, like
We were
maybe
like,
what I mean it was.
when you
If you
said
think
Conquer,
about
my
all the
hope, my
games you
heart.
saw this year and how many of them you would give to a kid? Not many.
Yeah.
So I was okay with it. I thought it was Conquer when they first showed the little tail.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, dude, fuck yeah.
That was
Yeah,
a
you're
VR
right,
game
though.
that came out on I think on Oculus or something, and they're bringing it to Xbox. Lucky's Tale. That was like a launch title for one of the VR headsets.
Really?
Yeah. It already came out. It's not that great,
Huh.
but they're putting it on Xbox.
Hey.
So did Microsoft buy the exclusive rights for it on console? Because it said it
Yeah,
was
I guess so.
developed by them
Mm.
No,
or published by them. My bad, not developed. It was,
maybe. I mean, maybe.
it was an Xbox One exclusive. That's what it said. But
So it's
no,
already
my
out.
issue is a lack of third party, or like lack of first party that really was, I don't know. I just think what was there first party wise as opposed to maybe like
Sony's.
especially anybody really except EA. I don't know, man. Like other than Forza, nothing that they really had.
Yeah, because
Other than
Crackdown didn't
Sea
look
of Thieves
good.
looked good.
Yeah.
It Crackdown. Oof.
It
I thought after being quiet all last year and giving them another year of development time would have been better, but a lot of the impressions said the game plays good. It does not look good.
It still looks like Crackdown.
This is what I've been saying. Crackdown's not that great of a game.
Well, I mean, our discussion about it last time was, yeah, it's not the best game, but
It's not
they
the most
could've
fun
totally-
game either.
but no, but I said, hey, the last time we saw a Crackdown was years ago, and they could totally take what all these other open world games that are doing
Yeah.
and implement it into the Crackdown world and really make a great game. No, it just looks like the same shit.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, I don't think
No.
so either. I'm not picking it up.
Mm.
It was cool seeing what was it? Who'd they have? Terry
Terry Crews. He's a playable character in that game.
which is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not gonna make me spend $60
Yeah,
for
just-
this game.
I'll
Play
pick
as
it. I'll
Terry
pick it up when
Crews.
it's free with gold.
Do what?
I'll pick it up when it's free on gold.
Oh yeah, same.
That's what I'll pick.
That'll
up.
probably happen, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really the biggest games there for me were Forza, Sea of Thieves, and then Assassin's Creed Origins, because that's the first time we saw
Gameplay.
gameplay.
And we were
Assassin's Creed.
freaking out, Nathan.
Yeah, me and you were like, "Oh shit!"
We're like
bro!"
Japanese schoolgirls.
Yeah, dude, we were freaking out. I was like, "Dude, I'm sold. I'm sold. Like, dude, that trailer just got me, man. It was so good.
Dude, it was incredible.
Dude, it was. I
The
mean,
way
like,
they opened and everything, because they just showed the trailer. It wasn't gameplay, was it?
they showed a trailer, and then,
Trailer
and then
first.
a couple minutes of gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gameplay.
dude. What
And
we
that's where you first saw that combat, and you're like, "Oh."
yeah, but
then now
now that I
you've
see
seen-
it, I'm like, okay, yeah, it makes
It was because they were in a small room.
yeah,
So they had to put the camera closer to you.
yeah. Because I see the gladiator like gameplay of it, and that shit looks incredible.
It does.
Yeah, so I'm always sold on the combat.
Yeah. So we'll talk about a little bit. We'll go a little bit more in depth after we go through the conferences,
True.
because that's definitely going to be on some of our top 5 lists.
Yeah, for Microsoft, it was just inconsistent, I thought. Like, you had some strong high points and then some lows and then some okay, mediocre
Minecraft.
shit. And then, like, not a lot of
Oh, dude,
surprises. And then,
Minecraft in 4K is beautiful. Said nobody ever.
yeah, I mean, they
All
got to
the
bring
mods
in
that
all the
you-
Minecraft and look at all our 4K textures and stuff. Like, none of that excites us.
No.
We don't care.
Look, it's even more blocky in 4K.
I think they just didn't do a good job of selling Xbox One X. I mean, like you guys said, there's not really an
They needed
exclusive
it, yeah.
like
They
game
needed a
that sells
Spider-Man.
that console.
They needed a God of War.
I mean, they just have Forza and Crackdown, really, and then I guess
Eraser's not going to sell a system
they have indies that
Yeah.
were probably going to look fantastic on the system,
that you're going to be able to play on
but
the
you can just
PS4.
enjoy it as it is, not in 4K, and probably get the exact same experience.
So Xbox One X coming out in November at $499. So I'm pretty sure we were all right. I still think they should have sold it at $449, but after figuring out that they're actually selling that console at a loss, it's probably not a big
Oh,
loss.
yeah, I mean, considering what hardware is in that, there's
Yeah.
no way you can build a PC with those specs.
and
for
that's
$500.
the issue. I was like, should they have gone this powerful? Because they could have just said, "Hey, we're the most powerful system," and just put a better CPU in the other than the. They could have just done exactly what the PS4 did. Maybe overclock the GPU a little bit and put a better CPU in there, and sell it 400 as well. That's what I think. That's what they should have done, and say, "Hey, there's a 4K Blu-ray player in it. Has a better GPU, has a better CPU. Boom, it's the best console around. Is it as powerful as what we saw with Xbox One X? No. Is it 6 teraflops? No. But I don't know. Like, literally, like I thought they were gonna get the message down for this system by the time E3 hit. I still don't know who this is for.
yeah.
I still don't know.
Mm.
They
Quite
just need
get
more
it.
games to sell it. That's what they need.
But even then, dude, I don't know how you'd sell it, because it's just, dude, why do that when you can just get a PS4 Pro for 400
Yeah.
and you have a system has more games, has better exclusives?
I feel like they should have just waited and kept that hardware
Yeah.
for their next console.
Yeah.
Basically. It's just people joining.
Oh no, look at the failed to reconnect.
Failed to reconnect.
Yeah, but
What?
What are the people saying?
Well, there goes our live
Oh,
video.
Bye.
It's all good. Just hit it again.
For all you listeners out there,
Sorry.
this is great podcasting.
Great podcast. So here, I'll start off Bethesda's while you're trying to.
Oh,
do
the
that.
worst. In my opinion, that's like one of the worst ones I've seen in years.
Really?
Yeah, dude. All they fucking show was games you already seen.
All right, yeah.
I mean,
the
that
con.
doesn't
That's
make it
the-
bad for me.
We'll get there. So Bethesda's, my pros were Wolfenstein 2 and Evil Within 2, and I did like. I don't know if I liked it or I didn't like it. I'm kind of perplexed. I'm like, I see where they were going with it, and see what they did is they showed everything that's coming out in 2017.
Yeah.
And that's what the conference was. And that's what Bethesda's done every single conference for the past 3 years is, hey, everything you're seeing on the floor today has a scheduled release date for this year.
Mhm.
The issue with that this year is that almost everything they showed was games that we've already played.
Yeah.
Doom VR, Fallout VR. We ended up seeing
Skyrim.
Skyrim VR at PlayStation's conference. No, we saw those two games. We saw Dishonored DLC, which looked cool for the people who like Dishonored on this podcast. They all said it looked really cool. But no, other than the two main games that they had were the only two games that were new.
Mm-hmm. I was really
Only.
hoping for the new IP. That's what I was like, my fingers are crossed for. Nah, apparently not. No, dude. Bethesda can't, suck my dick for once.
Yeah. Now, Wolfenstein looked amazing. Evil Within looked good. We'll get to that a little bit later.
All right, I have a couple points. I want to defend Bethesda a little bit. All right, so they're pretty new as far as a publisher goes.
Yeah.
They don't have that many studios under their belt that are like going to work on new IPs right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they started new IPs with The Evil Within and Wolfenstein, and they were very successful.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they're going to move on to sequels with those,
Oh yeah.
so they can make money. So I mean, it's just not a year to expect a new IP.
Then don't
Okay,
do a
fair
conference.
I think the way they handled it was really good.
I
Like
feel
they
like-
didn't need a stage, and I don't think they
That's
need
what I'm
Pete
saying.
Hines to come out and like
Yeah.
intro it. But the way they did the Bethesda Land video and the presentation with that,
It was.
I thought that
cool,
was perfect.
It could have
but
been just a YouTube
release
video.
That.
Yeah.
Release that on YouTube.
Yeah, it could have been just one YouTube
I mean,
video and
you
that's
could
it.
Do what Nintendo does for their smaller directs. Hey, we're at E3. These games are playable at the two new games, and all the VR stuff is playable at E3. But
Greg.
hey,
The monitor.
All right, well,
it looks like we're not doing live.
yeah, we're not doing this because
Facebook
apparently
is
my
acting up
camera
right
is
now.
not even working now.
We'll
that
next
shit.
time we'll just make sure we restart your system and all that.
I
You
did.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just
twice.
randomly cut out my camera for no reason, but fuck it.
Dude, the Illuminati's watching again.
But fuck it.
Wait, is that? It's on. No, it's not on there,
No.
man.
Hey man,
Hey,
hey
shout
Greg,
out.
if you want to butt fuck it, whatever you want to do.
I don't want to do that.
Can I leave this room?
Butt fuck it.
I feel so uncomfortable with these homosexuals.
So anyway, yeah, my issue is they made us wait till 12 a.m. Eastern
Yeah.
Standard Time.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I don't know why they
30
did it so
minutes.
late
Yeah.
in the day.
And they didn't need a whole conference to show two new games. Like, you can say EA had a shitty conference, but at least they showed 8 games that were all new that we haven't seen a lot on, other than maybe little trailers that said, "Here's an announcement trailer. See more at E3."
Yeah.
That's
It's like, yeah, you knew that
yeah.
Madden
you
was
kinda knew
coming. You knew that a new
EA didn't have
NBA
big
game was probably
surprises,
coming.
But I mean, we already knew Wolfenstein New Colossus was gonna happen because they had the little Easter egg in
If you had been keeping up with like stuff in the
no,
games
but they had
industry.
an Easter egg that said the new Colossus in the last.
Well,
E3s.
yeah, if you had managed to catch that Easter egg or you read it on a site, then yeah, you knew
Oh
that was
yeah,
coming.
but I mean,
I'm
it's
sure
just-
for a lot of people that was pretty.
Yeah,
big
I was
surprise.
surprised.
I was more surprised by Evil Within 2 because we didn't have any information on it.
Yeah, I was
out of
for
nowhere.
sure.
But if someone was like, "Do you expect both of these to be at E3?" I said yes. I was
Yeah.
like, I expect those to be their two big games that they're showing this year.
Right.
And I'm fine with that. But like, they could have just did Evil Within at one conference and then Wolfenstein at another. Also, the Evil Within trailer was awful. Like it looked.
I liked
let me
dude.
rephrase.
You
it.
thought it was awful? I thought it was one of the best trailers of E3.
What the fuck happened?
What?
What the fuck happened in that 6 minutes?
That's
of-
the whole point. It's
Yeah.
a fucking
No.
like mind fuck.
No.
That's what the whole thing is.
It's so disjointed.
That's the
That's the
point.
point.
The tone changes in that trailer were so just.
tone changes.
This man has no idea what he's talking
if
about.
you're watching the 2-minute trailer, just the 2-minute trailer
without the gameplay.
without the gameplay, that was fine.
I
That
like
trailer,
it with the gameplay.
if you're talking about that, that was a great trailer. But like, it went from that 2-minute trailer to like another 4 minutes of like gameplay mixed with CG, and I was just like, what the fuck am I watching right now, dude? This is so disjointed. And even Wolfenstein.
Bro, if Kojima made a controller like that, you would have been all over it.
Kojima?
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, you would have been like, "This is the best controller. I'm sucking
what you
all the
would've done.
dick."
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I did not think Phantom Pain's trailers were good. I didn't. Also, I've never the only
Okay.
Kojima game I've ever finished was Snake Eater.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm not the. I'm
I
not
take
the-
it back.
I
I take
don't
it
know-
back.
I don't know
I'm
what
not
to
the
say to
biggest
that.
Kojima fan. Yeah.
Thought you were.
No, that's. I would say out of all of us, Luther's definitely number one on that boat.
Yeah.
No, I mean I only went like 10 hours into Phantom Pain, which
That's a lot of hours.
not for that game, bro.
No, I mean not for that game, but for any game in general. 10 hours is a good amount. That's
yeah,
That's true.
yeah. I just put. I'm
Get enough of it.
I would have
I'm
finished
playing
it, dude.
I'm playing Far Cry 4 right now, dude. I'm like 11 hours into it,
I could never finish that game, dude.
dude. Side note, right here, real quick. I think it's better than 3.
Oh God.
So let me put
no.
it this way: people are like, dude, I think the story is so much better than 3. Totally agree. I think people are like, I think the characters are better than 3. Totally agree. But guess what? There's the 2 things that are at the bottom of my list of why I'm playing Far Cry. I don't care.
What are you playing for? Just exploration?
Exploration. I think the world looks so much better. I think because I've played 3 and 4 in the past week.
Yeah.
3's gameplay is not as good. The crafting system is awful. The menu system is atrocious.
It's been a while. I can't. rebuttal
Yeah, I was
that.
about to say it's something you have to.
It's been a while.
So basically, the quality of life improvements that they made between 3 and 4 are so drastic. I don't even want to play 3.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's that drastic in my opinion. I think the world looks better. It's a lot more diverse. Everything just looks like Uncharted 1's
Jungle area.
jungle
I know what you're talking
level
about.
to me, where everything was just very green, while like Kyrat is just very colorful, very beautiful, much more believable.
Mhm.
I think the gameplay is so much better between 3 and 4.
Okay.
But I'm liking it. But I'm totally like every time I get story in that game, I'm just like I don't care.
Yeah. That's
God,
what, that's
I don't care. I'm
just
like
put me
I'm
back
like
in the open
dude,
world.
I'm just like on my phone. I literally don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
those characters suck. But like that world is so cool to just fuck around in.
Plus the elephants, dude. You can ride.
Dude, that's what I'm
Elephants.
saying.
Yeah,
Dude.
those things
Like
are
the
dope. I'll give
elephant
you
was
that.
dope.
The white rhinos you can hunt down. I'll give you that. Like the hunting aspect, like more like wild, like
Hard.
wildlife is
You
crazy.
have to think about these things.
Yeah.
What I like about it is it reminds me a little bit like how you would plan facing a Big Daddy.
Yeah.
To where I'm like planting mines, getting ready for this rhino to attack me, and like, all right, dude, I have to hit him now.
Just
I have to hit him in this area, so when he's running at me, he runs into that mine. Because if he doesn't, I'm fucked.
But the thing is, like, you can't blow him up because then you get shitty hide. So the best way to take him out is with your fucking bow, and that takes fucking forever.
Oh, I just shoot him.
Dude, no, because remember I threw like a shit ton of like C4 at him one time, blew it up, I got some like bad hide. It's like not even worth it.
Same. I was trying to hunt, and it was the last. I only needed one to get this craft, and I blew him
Yeah.
up, and they didn't give it to me. And
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually bullets. What you usually do for those big ones is I just waited until I got a signature gun,
Oh,
had
yeah.
a bunch of damage, and just went. Especially with the big guys, you can get really good headshots. So if you
Yeah.
just hold on to it and put a whole mag into their head, they usually die.
The best part about Far Cry to me is just like how crazy like the bow and arrow aspect of that game is. Like, I
It
love
is. I
the
need to put-
stealth in that game.
Same dude.
Always go
I just
stealth.
I did a whole. I took out. Or I'm about to take out a fortress, but I had to kidnap the dude for the fortress.
Yeah.
And you had to do that all sneak.
Dude, that's awesome.
Dude, it's kicking my ass at first because it's really hard.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know how it is on console because I never got that
Oh,
far
you're
on
playing on
console.
PC?
Yeah, the game's really hard on PC at times, and I like it.
Yeah,
I like that it's hard
Yeah.
because I did the arena for the first time, and Luther's like, yeah, dude, because I texted him, I was like, dude, very impressed by this, and he's just like, yeah, it's really easy though. I was like, what? Easy?
And he's like, what
Bruh,
difficulty am
I
I
barely.
playing?
I had like just a skin of health left fighting these dudes, and like, I don't know, maybe because I don't have any aim assist on or anything.
Maybe, yeah,
Because you got to do that shit. I mean,
I don't remember the arena being that hard. I really don't. It
yeah.
might be that.
Yeah, because I never. Yeah, when I play Far Cry 3, it's pretty easy on console. But yeah, maybe the difficult. Maybe they bumped the difficulty up for PC.
Dude, I really want to play Far Cry 3 now.
But speaking of Far Cry,
No,
what was
Yeah.
the next
God.
conference we got?
the worst Far Cry ever.
No, dude. After playing 4 again and looking at 5, I'm just fucking sold on that game. Yeah, but for Bethesda, I put a C plus. Not the worst, but definitely not the best.
For cunts.
Yeah.
Yeah, C for cunts.
And then Ubisoft. Let's just go out and say this was the most surprising conference as in quality. I was walking into this expecting the same old Ubisoft.
I was surprised. Yeah, there was no Aisha Tyler out there telling
Yeah.
jokes to everybody, trying to make people, get hyped on games. None
Yeah.
of that. Instead, we got the head of Ubisoft.
Yeah, so they started off with Mario and Rabbids, and I will say this.
Yves, isn't it like Yves Guillemot? Is that his name?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try it. I'm gonna butcher it. So
Go ahead, try it.
no.
Okay.
I'll do it off air. No, so yeah, Ubisoft came out with Mario and Rabbids.
Mario
And
plus Rabbids.
Mario plus Rabbids, yeah. Whatever you want to. I'm saying and.
It is and I'm
No, it's
sure.
Rabbids and Mario.
Yeah.
Had they put Mario at the end.
Yeah.
Rabbids. And
Battle
Mario.
in the Kingdom.
It's just way underneath.
Rabbids
And Mario.
and Mario.
He's there. He's got a gun.
Hey man, at least Ubi knows you put Mario on the front. No, it looks so. I was interested. Let's say that when they first showed it, and I was like, dude, I'm kind of in.
I mean,
The
real
combat
quick.
looks really simple though.
Real quick, Miyamoto was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miyamoto came out on
He
the stage.
presented
like, a couple
the
minutes
game.
later,
He's
yeah.
like, "Hey, I give my stamp of approval on this
Yeah.
thing."
And yeah, I started watching more gameplay throughout the like panels and stuff afterwards, after the conferences, and I think we can all agree that's where this E3 got better. Is though these conferences, these last couple conferences are actually pretty good.
Mm.
It still was not the best E3 we've had.
No.
But they definitely made up with it with all the gameplay that we've seen this year, because that's where I was like, why the fuck did you not show that on stage? Like, it just didn't make any sense. But yeah, Mario and Rabbids, I was kind of iffy on it because I thought it was going to be too simple, but I started watching more gameplay. The game is pretty intricate. Like,
Yeah.
it has a lot of systems. They said, Brian Altona, because I was listening to GameScoop, he said there's over 200 weapons in this game.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, I'm down. This looks cool.
I'm
Looks
down to have a
interesting.
cool strategy game on
Yeah.
Switch that I can just play whenever.
Yeah, it's Mario
Like,
and
do a
then-
couple levels and then put it away.
Yeah, I didn't think the rabbits were. They didn't ever say they're waffling in the trailer.
No, I was
Hopefully-
actually into the rabbit humor in
little
this.
bit,
Like,
yeah.
and before they just annoyed the hell out of me like minions do. But
Yeah.
in
They're
this,
very
I
much-
actually liked the like Peach rabbit.
I thought it was.
I thought
funny.
that character was like
It was funny.
silly
It's
and
cute.
stupid, but
Yeah.
it's funny. Yeah.
It's cute. I mean, like, you got to realize that. Like, I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is so stupid." I'm like, dude, but you're like 20-something years old. Like you remember this game's also.
We get it, dude. You drink nothing but Monster and listen to hardcore music. You're so cool.
Me when I was 15. No, but yeah, so that looked good. I definitely wasn't like, oh, the best game of Ubi, but like, it was a good opener.
Yeah, for sure.
So my 3 big pros were South Park,
Oh,
Extra
yeah.
But Whole.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Dear Lord, if you've not seen the gameplay demo that they showed for this, they didn't show it on this stage, but the one they did for actual gameplay, dude.
It's bad.
I'm not even gonna say anything. Just please don't watch it with your family. Like that's all
Not
I'm
safe
saying.
for anything.
Yeah.
Not
mean,
safe
it-
for work.
Not
It's
safe
South
for
Park.
your
Just
home,
knows
your
that.
family.
Yeah, it's South
It's
Park.
just South Park.
A mobile game was in my top 3. It
A
was
South
South
Park
Park's
mobile game?
game.
Yeah.
Looks fucking
Oh.
legit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, the
I was
card
like-
game, yeah.
I was like, shit, dude, I'll play that.
Maybe,
A
maybe.
hilarious South Park game on my phone.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
You know, and it makes sense. It makes sense with like the style of game that they want to do.
Oh, and
Um,
Steep Olympics, right? Yeah, that was your next one.
Yeah,
Steep.
yeah.
That
Well,
looks
more
great.
steep. More steep. No, they closed out with probably one of the coolest closers. I would say
One of the
This
biggest
is-
surprises.
surprises. Yeah, I was about to say this is probably the second biggest surprise.
Oh, the
for me.
crew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crew 2.
Crew
Yeah.
2.
You can drive cars, but also fly planes And
right boat.
Oh, so
I can
extreme.
go like 50 miles an hour. on a boat.
Edgy.
No, Beyond
Crew
Good and
sucks.
Evil 2, guys.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh, dude, yeah, that
And
fucking
it's,
trailer
looks-
rough.
yeah,
and
that
it's-
trailer is fucking
They're
amazing.
going, they're going for a very mature humor.
Yeah, that like threw me off really
Yeah.
bad at first because like
It's-
I saw like the visuals and I saw the pig
And
Yeah.
I was like,
and I was like,
this
this is totally Beyond Good and Evil.
then I
And
heard
then like
fuck.
yeah, then I heard like a lot of cursing. I was like, this can't be. That's not right.
Dude, I'm so sold on it, man. They really sold it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, I don't know what kind of game it is yet, so I'm not sold on it. But I think
I'm-
I think
I
the
think it's an action
universe that they're
platformer.
trying to expand.
I think that's
is
what I'm.
Awesome.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
I
I got heavy Fifth Element vibes from it.
Oh, yeah.
very,
Oh, yeah.
very, which totally is right up my alley. So no, that was I would say, out of everything, they had more Assassin's Creed there,
Of course.
Yep.
which
of
looked
course.
amazing, but it was definitely
Um,
Beyond Good and Evil that stole the show.
Pirate game.
Oh, Skulls and
Skull and
Skull,
Bones.
Skull and Bones, yeah.
that looked good. Yeah,
I
fuck,
mean, if
do
you're a
that.
fan of the naval combat from AC,
It's just,
4,
that's all it is,
that's
right?
what it
just
is.
naval combat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it looked cool.
Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
fun.
I gave them a B plus. I thought it was really good. The cons for me, I think their Far Cry reveal was bad. It was mediocre as a mediocre gameplay reveal, but when
They kind of already revealed it ahead of E3,
well they had
so
the,
I guess.
this was a gameplay reveal. We never saw gameplay
Yeah.
during the trailer,
I guess
the
so, yeah.
reveal trailer. So yeah, kind of lackluster in those regards. But like when the dude started talking and doing interviews while the gameplay was going, it was extended demo, and what he was saying, I was like, okay, like this is how you should have shown the game.
Yeah.
Like it would have been nice.
There wasn't like a big set piece moment.
And what they should have done is they should have had him come out while the game was going on and tell you, hey, these are the things coming back. These are the things you can do. Like, those are definitely one of the games where like you kind of have to either watch like 30 minutes of it to see everything, or watch like 10 minutes and have a developer being interviewed. And that's definitely where the game started getting hyped for me, because
Yeah.
I was like high up there when they showed the reveal. The gameplay brought me down. I was like, fuck, this game's gonna suck.
Yeah.
And then the interview sold it for me. It's like, dude, it's gonna be more Far Cry. And after playing 4, like, they could totally do American setting. Like, I know people are like, dude, it has to be super exotic, but I'm just like, dude, honestly, if you took out all the Indian people in Far Cry 4 and slapped in Americans, they could have said it was someplace in America.
Yeah.
Change some of the animals, you know, and it totally could have been an American area, and maybe not 3, but definitely 4. So
Yeah, I'm excited to give it a shot. Like I already said previously in the other podcast, I think the setting's awesome, and where they're gonna go with that story being like super controversial and probably, being different for a game in our industry, I think it's pretty cool.
yeah, I think it honestly.
I think what you said though, like about what they chose to show as gameplay, was not the best. I guess
Yeah, it
because
wasn't-
previously they kind of sold us more on the villain, and
they're being really quiet with
this was
villain,
more like, hey, look, you have 3 different companions you can choose.
which is dope.
And it's
in my
like you
opinion.
could have just shown us that later and maybe showed us
or did that
why we were gonna like be in this world more, I guess,
Yeah, and that's where they
or why we want to go after this villain so badly.
we needed a
or
monologue of this
something like
badass
that.
villain.
Yeah,
Of like you
Yeah.
being in front of this villain, and like I totally think there are going to be parts of it, but at the same time, like half of me saying they should have done that, the other half is saying no, I want to save that for when I'm playing the game.
Yeah.
sure.
So it's like, dude, you already kind of got me. I know what I'm getting into, and they're not really changing much of the formula. It didn't really need to be changed. It just needed a breath of fresh air and a little bit of time between these games. Because I don't think any of us played Primal. So what? It's been a couple of years since you've really played a Far Cry. At least not for me.
It
Cause
was like, what,
I'm getting
2014?
back
I've never played
when
one.
4 dropped?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
since then.
So it's been a couple of years. It'll be 4 years between 4 and 5.
That's crazy. It
Yeah,
doesn't
so
even
they
feel
put
that
it-
long.
Yeah, so they put in a couple years of development time into this, and I think what they're gonna do is they're giving you these quality of life improvements.
Yeah.
What 4 did with 3, and when you definitely play those games back to back, you totally see where their development time went into.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like each time they're just kind of just doing the same formula, but just adding so much more that the player gets to choose now.
Mhm.
Because there are a lot of things to do in 3, but there wasn't a lot of ways, different ways to do those particular things.
And they're kind of getting rid of the chore kind of things, like
No towers.
no towers.
Oh, they
No
still got
towers.
You don't
towers?
have to like liberate
Dude,
all these
fuck the
camps
towers.
just to like get a check mark on your checklist of things to do.
Yeah, they
Just
said
kinda-
they said they're being quiet with how you're gonna traverse the world since you're not doing towers. But
Right.
does that interest you? Interests me.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because all I've ever heard from people that play Far Cry is like, oh, they're all kind of the same. They all have these like key things you have to do every single time.
I
Like
just
you
don't
have,
get that,
it's like
dude.
you go do this thing and then you do the next thing and then you
Yeah.
do this thing and it's just kind of doing like these 10 things, these 10 things, these 10 things. You beat the game.
Which
and
is
that's not
fine.
like
But,
what
like,
I'm there for.
I don't. This is what I don't get either. Is like people will bitch about that, but then Doom 2 is gonna come out, and what is it gonna do? You're killing demons. What's Evil Within gonna be?
Yeah, but that's fun though.
I think Far Cry's fun.
It gets tedious after a while.
That's
It's like
what I'm
it's
saying.
like
It's
Assassin's
like-
it's
Creed. Assassin's Creed is the
repetitive
same
in
almost
the
every
mission
year.
structure.
Yeah, but see, maybe because I'm playing. I don't know, man. Maybe because I guess people were just.
It's more of an open world thing. It's how you tackle an open world game.
And most open worlds have towers nowadays. And you really don't want to fucking do that anymore.
And what 4 did, and maybe it's just because how I'm playing it. I'm just doing the main stuff, the main side stuff. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's like you can find like 150 of these, but I'm not gonna fucking do that. Like I don't care. I'll find the 20. I'll find the 20 letters. I'll find the 20 whatever those. That's it. I'm gonna do those, and I'm gonna do the towers. That's what I'm doing, and then. Fuck, I'm like 11 hours into it, and I think the only thing that's holding me back on my loot bag or finishing up all my crafting stuff are the side missions for the Kirat Fashion Week, to where you do like hunting missions.
Oh, for the
I think
special animals,
I think
yeah.
the missions are really cool in that game, man.
Yeah, those are actually
Like
really cool.
there's a great mix of stealth missions. It's a great mix of, and the thing is, you can tackle. And even when the ones that aren't stealth missions, you can tackle them that way if you want to. Like, they structure it, and I just think they structured it a whole lot better than 3 did. And the fact that game came out in 2014, and I think they're gonna do better with this one. I think they're starting to learn what you want in a Far Cry game, and they're like, cool, we're just gonna give you more of that and less of the other stuff.
It's just Ubisoft themselves learning.
Yep.
Yeah, and I like that. I feel like that's what this year was about. Just Ubisoft taking feedback from their
Yeah, as a whole, I
customers.
think the
Yeah.
company was definitely listening to
To us.
consumers
Yeah.
more than any other
More
year.
than ever.
Yeah,
Except no Splinter Cell.
because I think honestly, even though
Maybe next year.
even though the crew doesn't interest us at all, I think that's gonna probably make people that are fans of crew
Yeah.
enjoy that game more. What they're adding to it, I think the people that enjoy Steep are gonna enjoy that content.
Yep.
And then they're gonna give
I mean, if
New-
anything, it was the
new
best
spin on
content
Far
of Steep
Cry.
I've seen, and it was the best content of Crew I've seen. It's not selling me because I don't want that game.
Right. Yeah.
But, like, the thing is I don't have to want every single game,
That's true.
and I'm not going to play every single game, so why does every single game have to cater to me? So, I definitely saw that, and I think that's what we're all
Just
getting
Dance
to.
was quick.
Yeah,
Dude,
they
that was-
Came
that
out.
yeah.
They had the cool dance number, and that
it
was
was like
it.
3 minutes.
Like,
Yeah,
this
3
is-
minutes of Just Dance. That's the least of
I
Just
was like,
Dance
this
we've
is fun.
ever
This
seen.
is dope.
Well, because they realized, hey, we got to do it. We have to show Just Dance because
Yeah.
it's probably one of our biggest money
I'll
makers.
pick it up.
Definitely.
But hey, we understand that the people at E3 don't care about this game, so let's just do a quick little thing and get out of here. And I was like, I respect that. Yeah, they had like a 90, 60, or was it 60 minutes? I don't know. Whatever. I was enthralled the whole time. There wasn't one time I was looking at my clock going, all right, I hope this ends. Let's get to the next game. Let's
Yeah, it
finish
was
this.
perfect length.
What would you rate it?
B plus.
B plus. Okay.
B plus.
B plus. Yeah. Far Cry's reveal, and then the fact. I'm sorry. The fact that there's no Splinter Cell kind of just bugged me.
Yeah, we got
Even if it
we got
was
our
just
hopes
a-
up for that for no reason.
Like
When was the last Splinter Cell?
2013.
Oh,
Black
yeah. You guys are overdue for Splinter Cell game.
Yeah, for sure.
At least they should have just announced it.
Especially with there not really being like a huge stealth title out there right now.
Maybe they're holding on to it because the Splinter Cell movie is coming out, and even though then it's not going to be tied to the movie, they want to kind of release it around the same time.
Possible if that movie even comes out.
As bad as Assassin's Creed did.
Dude, I mean, it could just be as bad, or it could be just as good.
Dude, I
don't-
saw that movie.
we just gotta wait until we see who's. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like I knew that movie's gonna be shit because I didn't know anybody
It has more of
attached
a
to
chance because all you have to do is make it a Jason Bourne movie that's good.
it. Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Meaning, hold on to the fucking camera.
Yeah, no shaky.
Are you
cam.
saying you do not like Jason Bourne movies?
No, I do.
But they're great films.
They're not
They
great
are.
films.
Well, I mean-
Masterpieces
okay.
of
Okay,
cinema.
the first one is great, and 1, 2, and 3 are alright.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And we
but
don't talk
the-
about any
Yeah, the
other
new
one.
one's actually pretty good
I've
too.
not seen the new one, so I can't have.
Yeah, the new one's
It
great.
looked good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The new, like, just Bourne.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just no,
It's
it's
alright.
Jason Bourne. I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
it's Jason Bourne,
That's right.
yeah.
It's more the same.
It's,
from what
yeah,
I've
it's
heard.
all right.
But it's like, hey man,
It's better than
that's what I
fucking
don't get either.
007.
Why can't that just be the same? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, why can't Far Cry just be Far Cry? Like,
Because
Doom's
people
gonna
want
be
people
Doom.
want too much.
Witcher's gonna be Witcher. All these games are gonna be
True.
what it is, and if you play 10 of them, you
I'm
know.
surprised we didn't see anything for Cyberpunk. Dude, I was really hoping for Cyberpunk this year.
Nah, I think they really wanted to just show that game closer to release because
Dude, I don't know. I just need some more hype because it's been like what almost. When did they first show that game off?
I don't know.
2014.
But how many hours of Witcher have you gotten in the past 2 years?
Close to 300.
I think you're good, bro.
Jesus.
I think you're good.
No, dude, I need more.
They
I
gave
need
you
more.
300 hours of gameplay, and you're like, "Ah, dude, why didn't they show their new game?" I'm like, bruh.
Dude, I just want my fix this CD Project Red.
You know, I still haven't played those DLCs.
God
And I s-
dang
I
you!
still-
You keep saying you will.
I still think about them DLCs.
Don't please go back. It's so
I
good.
just need to find the right time, dude.
I think alone, was it Blood and Wine? I put almost 100 hours into.
And then I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put 15, 20 hours into each
Yeah.
one probably.
All right, that's enough Witcher talk.
Oh, dude, no, bring it back.
Sony was
Woo.
what, Monday?
Big old Sony.
So I don't know where I wanna
Sony.
Well,
go with this.
they start off with a classy introduction. This is how Sony does it. Live music.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh man,
Oh yeah,
Some
they
good
started
music.
it off with Uncharted, right?
Yep.
Weird.
Lost Legacy.
They opened the show with the same game they opened the PSX with, but the music itself was amazing.
Yep.
That whole piece was really cool.
It was really cool.
It was nice that they didn't do like an orchestra like they did last time. They decided to go
Yeah,
a
that'll
little bit
probably be a one-time
smaller. No, but it just kind of went with the atmosphere in my opinion.
Yeah.
And yeah, I haven't watched the extended gameplay of that game.
I don't
At
want
all?
to see any of it because
No.
I'm gonna
I'm
just
just gonna
play the
buy
whole
it.
game and
Yeah.
enjoy it. Yeah,
It's
I don't
gonna
want to
be
ruin
10
it.
hours, $40, totally.
Oh,
in.
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, you're basically
Yeah.
getting another Uncharted game this
Totally
year.
worth it.
Yeah.
And for Chloe's ass, dude, fuck yeah.
You can see 10 hours of that.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm down.
that's all I want.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks good, man. It looks really good. Then they had Days Gone. I don't know if that's the second game, but I'm
Yeah.
kind of just going through the highlights.
Yeah.
Whoo!
That keeps
game
getting
looks
better
good,
and better.
man. Dude, okay, so like the first time they revealed it, I was like, bruh,
Yeah,
this
I wasn't
this
too
doesn't look
into it.
good.
Yeah,
Like this just looks like a fucking run and gun shooter of zombies. I'm like, this is what Ben's been doing for years. And then we saw this demo, and I really don't even want to go in depth with it. Just if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah,
Like
just go check
it's
it
one of
out.
those you just gotta watch it, man. Because like the pacing was amazing. It had I don't know, man. Ben might be the next Naughty Dog if this game hits the way it potentially can hit.
Yeah.
Because that 10 minutes sold, especially the last few minutes. Just it was amazing how they
Yeah.
were.
I'm feeling it.
And
They
ho-
definitely sell you on how the swarms of the freakers, like
Work.
how you use them as
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
your weapons, more or less, when you don't have weapons.
Which was so much more interesting than just shooting a bunch of them.
Yeah,
in the
it's
first
really
demo.
more about, I think, just getting by
Yeah.
is kind of what the game's
Yeah.
going for.
See,
Because the world, like, you can compare it all you want to The Last of Us and that post-apocalyptic world, but I feel like this world is even more dangerous. Where literally everything and every person is out to kill you.
Yeah, it's not just
There are
people.
no friends. There's no allies really. Like, it's just you and some biker buddies like out here trying to just live.
yeah.
Which is crazy. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're going for the more visceral stuff.
Yeah.
Than it's hard to say because there's just a lot of brutal parts of Last of Us as well. But
True.
I don't know. It's different enough. And
I think it's less about this like relationship story between a father and
And
daughter
more
kind of
survival.
characters, and it's really more just about
Gives me that Walking Dead vibe.
this dude. I think that's
Yes.
discovering I think this dude that wasn't like the best dude ever. I think the main character you're playing as is not like your typical hero,
yeah.
but he's discovering himself. Like
Yeah.
he's finding
Which is, I would
out
honestly
about
say that's a lot about
how
Last of Us
he
too.
can become
It's
like
more
a
like
decent
do whatever
person.
it takes to survive. It's pretty much what that gives
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I think it looks great, and the fact that it's not just humans being affected
Mhm.
totally was like, oh shit, dude,
Zombie
Like that.
bear.
Yeah, dude, Zombie Bear totally sold me. It looked really cool. Then they showed multiplayer trailer for Call of Duty, and we saw more gameplay afterwards.
Gameplay sold it on me. The multiplayer trailer did not sell me at all.
Really?
It looked just like every other Call of Duty that I've ever played. It looked
Really?
like
I thought it looked great.
it looked like a Battlefield 1 trailer, pretty much.
Damn.
I'm fine with it because I'm finally seeing World War II again in nice 1080p next gen.
Yeah, I mean it looks
It's
nice.
been a couple
but
years
to me,
since-
that was just like I've seen this before. But then I
Yeah.
saw the multiplayer, and I'm like, okay,
the actual
this is
like moment to moment.
this is the
here's a
gameplay
match.
multiplayer that I missed from Call of Duty. It's
Dude.
slower, it's more tactical.
Methodical.
It has the weapons we want because you don't have these like ridiculously overpowered, souped up, like highly upgraded, customized weapons that just
These
kill
are
people in 5
upgraded.
seconds. Meanwhile, you're running
Thompson
and
looked-
sliding.
Dude,
and...
the sound was amazing. Because I put some
Yeah.
headphones on and watched the video, and I was like, dude, these guns kick,
Mhm.
man.
That sounds.
That's
really
that's what all the guns were missing in all these future Call of Duty. They sound like fucking little like Nerf guns. Pew, 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 pew. You get that M1 Garand, that dun dun dun, just like blowing heads, bro. And then that Thompson, and then
the kill
the
streak
MP44
drops are cool too when you get to guide the
Dude,
bomb and everything.
Dude, that was dope too.
Looks
When
sick.
he yeah, the map for the when you like throw a map out for one of the missile things, it's a real map and you get to see it. And then
That's the other thing. The maps look
Oh,
like
look
World at
great.
War maps where they're more open. You
Yeah.
have different like paths that branch away from the main like area. They're well designed. It's not
well, they
just
have
like
multiple. Well, they have
here's just
multiple
corridors and traps and
There's
people running up behind each other constantly in a circle. That's
there's
all I've
multiple,
ever seen.
There's
from
multiple choke
current Call of
points
Duty.
again in Call of Duty, as opposed to this one little area in this small map where everybody goes and it's a fuck fest.
Yep.
Like I didn't see that. Like you know, and then the new war mode looked pretty cool. I don't know how much I'm gonna play it, but it definitely looked interesting. It's cool. It's cool to see them go with bigger maps with bigger game modes. I want to see what they can do with it because, like you said, World at War was probably the last one that had really big maps, and they were amazing maps.
Yeah, I mean, it encourages sniping and more rifle usage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
I like
people aren't
and I
just
like
using
and I
machine
like
guns.
being a sniper in Call of Duty. It's one of the few games that really feels right. Maybe not right as in like authentic, but just right as in a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looked good. Detroit looked really good.
Detroit looks
Become Human.
fantastic.
Yeah, that was the best review we've seen of Detroit. Totally sold on it for me personally.
Hey, fuck James Willems.
Yeah,
Games can be like movies. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna play it.
and see, I don't get either. I mean,
Greg taking a stand.
Nah, he's just James is being. He's being.
He's
James.
just salty. He's
Yeah.
just salty.
David Cage back at it again.
Yeah,
Making
David
great
Shocker,
games.
there can be other games.
But this looks like a step up for David Cage, though.
Yeah.
Like,
it does.
it looks
man.
like everything he's trying to improve the quality of, for sure.
Yeah, and I think what happened was he had the big hit with Heavy Rain, and then I think he bit more than he could chew with Beyond Two Souls. Maybe it was adding two big people, and it took a lot of the budget out, or I don't know. We don't know what the behind the scenes shit or troubles. I don't even know if there's troubles, or maybe it was just a bad game.
Yeah.
But Beyond Two Souls didn't look good, but this looks good to me. One of the biggest, I would say the third biggest surprise, Shadow of the Colossus remake by
boy.
Bluepoint, dude.
Boys.
Yeah, and
Boys.
Shuhei came out and reiterated this to make sure everybody knows this is not a remaster, this is a remake of Shadow of the Colossus.
God,
100%.
yes.
So, totally fucking sold. That game looks gorgeous. Hopefully, Bluepoint can make sure that the gameplay feels a little bit better.
Oh yeah, because
I'm
it's
sure.
clunky as
I'm
and
fuck.
sure
I'm
they'll
definitely-
tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Tighten it, man, because that's my issue with those games. Is they feel like shit.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not playing Last Guardian. I
Yeah.
can tell
They were-
that game.
They were
looked
definitely frustrating at the time, but you got past it. I'm sure now, if you went back and tried to play that
Ooh,
game,
too
no,
hard.
no.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, no joke, man. Yeah, God of War was there too. We had about a 5-minute trailer.
Still looks good.
Still looks fantastic. I think the gameplay is selling it even more for me now because I was already sold with the story.
Yeah.
What they're trying to do there, like
Is that outside?
yeah, it's our neighbors.
God, it's a loud car.
Shout out to your neighbor.
They have like a Bronco. It's like a fucking Bronco or something. Anyways,
My bad, dude. I'm making sure there wasn't something in this room that was like about to blow up.
no. Selling me with like humanizing Kratos, but I think the action gameplay looks just as fast and chaotic and awesome as it always has been, but it's more
My style.
I don't know, it's more I feel like it's less about combos and it's more about doing like cool cinematic finishers and stuff.
I'm down, dude. The enemies look fucking badass. They look like White Walkers.
Yeah.
To me. Then fuck, what was it? I had totally had something. Where the fuck did my thing go? Did I just delete it? Oh, did you? I think I did. No, we good.
Okay.
No. It throws it into a trash. Apple's pretty good with that because sometimes you delete the shit.
Not permanently deleted.
Yeah, so no, I liked what they were doing with the combat and seeing more of the game, as in like seeing different locations and seeing how
Other
vast
characters,
the variety,
creatures, monsters.
the variety of the monsters, the variety of the areas totally sold me.
Yeah. I'm ready to go on that journey.
Totally ready. Early
that boy.
2018, guys.
And apparently it's all supposed to be one shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no cuts.
Oh yeah.
Totally sold.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No loading screens. So the
On
only
PS4
loading screen
Pro
you
only,
ever,
though.
the only time you ever get in a loading screen in that game is when you boot it up. That's it.
When you shut off your console.
Yep. So fucking sold on that game, dude. Then Spider-Man. They close out with
I
Spider-Man.
can forget about Spider-Man.
How can you forget?
Oh,
So good.
God dang.
It looks
yes.
really good. From what they told me, some of the slower motion stuff is not going to be in the game. They did that for
Oh, the slow mo kind of.
yeah, they did it
effect?
for
Right, the QTs.
they're still going to be. It's still going to. You can still do the exact same moves, but there's not that slow motion feature.
Okay.
And they did that. They did that in the demo to kind of show you what you were doing more. Does that make sense?
Mm.
They're like, we slowed it down so you could see what is going on.
So it doesn't
'cause
look
it's the first
as
time.
so it doesn't look as pre-recorded, I guess.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because it ended up making it look more staged.
Yeah,
than it actually was.
It kind of did hurt it, I guess.
Yeah,
a little
I wouldn't
bit.
say hurt it, but like after hearing that, it made me a little less worried because it looked very staged to me. It looked very and maybe it's just a really polished area, and but if it's like that, I'm sold. And if it's not like that, I'm still kind of sold. Like as long as the gameplay is at least half as good as that, you know, it's Insomniac. I don't expect them to really fuck this up.
No.
They've never made a really bad game in my opinion. And they've been spot on this generation. Sunset wasn't my thing really, but I totally understand why people like that game.
But what they showed definitely has that slick movement that Sunset has.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's-
I think it looks.
We already
slicker
got
than
that
Sunset's,
checkbox
yeah.
like taken care
They're
of.
like, cool. We kind of did it with Sunset. Let's just nail it out of the park with this game.
Because all his movements look.
Oh my
awesome.
god, his
Fluid.
the
And then the
movements
combat
in
looks
the
great because
city.
it looks like Arkham Combat,
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but
It was really cool seeing him using the environment too, like
Yeah.
the crane,
Yeah.
hitting with the small little vehicle at the beginning, and then like trying to save the crane and like using his webs to get everything out there, or make sure everything's safe when that huge crane's falling down.
the actual movement in like inside rooms where he's jumping over desks and doing flips and stuff like they showed in that first trailer is
Yeah.
actually how
Yeah.
you move in the game, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like they totally
Like
nailed
that's not
the-
a cutscene you're watching;
Yeah.
you're doing that.
and that's the way they're totally nailing feeling like Spider-Man.
That reminds me of like the first time I saw The Last of Us, where you would be moving through an environment and your character would like touch a desk while they
Yep.
move past
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Like that kind of smooth movement
Yeah,
where it's actually interacting with the environment. And you're not like bumping into
yeah.
walls
It's
and
not some
shit.
weird.
It's all
fucking-
fucking clunky and
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, so I'm sold on it. I want to see more. The main reason why I'm not putting it in my top 3 is because even though It looks great. I know it's a vertical slice, and I think I just need a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
to justify saying it's my game of the show. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I
Too
think
many
it
times.
nails.
Too many times I've been fucked over. That's what I'm trying to say. Too many times have I gotten so hyped on a vertical slice, and then I get the game and it's nothing like it.
Disappointed by it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm totally okay with that game being less than what we saw, because I mean, if it's like I said, if it's just half of what we saw, I'm in. But I definitely don't expect that game to be that good. And if it is, whoo, I hope I'm fucking wrong, man. Because if that game is like that the whole time, holy fucking shit, are we in for something?
Dude, that's gonna be a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say something?
I expect it to be that good. But what I was gonna say is, what was I gonna say? Oh, I like that they nailed the character of Spider-Man, the Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Totally, dude.
The humor's there. The whole like, kind of, being reckless or things are going on around him, but he has to constantly save everybody.
Yeah.
So like, he's not just somebody that lets like shit happen to people and just get the entire city destroyed. Like, this is his home. This
Yeah.
is New York. So anytime something happens, he has to like immediately shoot out webs and save like a propeller from a helicopter from crashing and killing like 5
And that's
people
what
on the
Spider-Man
street.
is. Spider-Man is a kid. He's still a kid. He's a smart kid. That's what makes him different. Is that he's smart enough to do the things he's done, but he's still a naive kid. He's still growing up, and that's part of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They totally nailed that in this, dude. Totally nailed it. Yeah, I gave it an A-. I think the cons were the VR shit, that Final Fantasy fishing game. Why?
Dude, you weren't sold on that?
Why?
Me and your dad were so serious about that.
That
game.
was really dumb. But
Yeah, and then outside of the Shadow remake, the last 2 games that
Shadow
they
the
showed off
Hedgehog?
were the 2 games they ended with PSX.
yeah, there are no big surprises. They made a point this year to only show games that are coming out really soon.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say really soon, but well, that's really soon for Sony.
Well, yeah,
that's definitely really soon
true.
for Sony.
Detroit's probably not coming out.
Days
really
Gone didn't
soon.
have a release date. I don't think Detroit had a release date.
So at least show more of games that they've already shown before.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Why I think it was disappointing is that PSX 2016 started with Uncharted, Lost Legacy, so did this, and PSX ended with Spider-Man and God of War, and so did this.
Yeah.
That's where I'm kind of disappointed in it, to where I'm like,
It wasn't really more of the same,
yeah.
but it was the same with more.
Like, I totally would have been fine with like a 30-second tease of a holy shit, they're doing this game. I don't know when it's coming out, but that's what Sony does. Like, and they didn't really do it
so
this
many
year.
good games. Though.
Yeah, but they got so many good games. That's what I'm saying. It's just
So
it's
many.
E3. It's E3.
Yeah, you want to be wild.
Yeah.
You want to, dude? I mean, throw a
Shadow of the
fucking-
Colossus was really the only moment for me.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. That's what I said in my notes. I said outside of Shadow, they didn't have any big surprises.
Yeah.
But I don't think Shadow's like, oh shit, bro, like game changer. But
Yeah.
I'm totally.
I think the VR
Interested.
titles they showed were good, but I don't care about any of them. Moss,
Yeah.
except Moss. I think
Moss
Moss,
looks
is
good.
cool, but
It was charming.
Oh, Dragon Hunter. I mean, what was it Monster Hunters?
Bro, that looked like
oh,
shit.
Monster
to me.
Hunter World. I don't give a
What?
shit.
Dude, the animations are so fucking horrible
That
in that
looked
game.
awesome.
People that are fans of that franchise.
I've
are
been wanting to get into
stoked.
that. I might get into that.
Hey
this year.
man, teach his own. Like I said,
That's awesome.
I don't need it. So
Oh, you didn't talk about Dragon Ball Fighters on there?
you
Where was
can
that
if you want
shown?
to.
Where was that shown?
I don't know.
Was it Sony?
It might have, but
It
no.
might have
Shout
been
out,
Sony.
shout out to Dragon Ball Fighters though.
Yeah.
I think it was Xbox actually. I think it was Microsoft.
I
Yeah,
think you
I
might
think
be right
you're
about
right.
that. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo.
See, that's how weird Microsoft's conference was for me. It was just all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
just
expect Dragon Ball
you
Fighters
got,
It
to
was
be
like-
a
on
pro
Sony.
and a con. Like it was great that they had variety, but it was almost a con that they had variety because you're like, what the fuck's going on?
Because you
Like,
go from like that, which is just has shredding music, and then later you get Will of the Wisps,
yeah,
which is
Yeah.
just as sad and depressing as it
or
could
Ori,
possibly be.
Ori 2, which is even more depressing.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that looked depressing.
yeah.
How much I
Really
liked it.
depressing.
It's just like it's all over the place.
I was
in
just like,
emotions.
damn, I'm kind of depressed now. Looks beautiful,
Yeah,
but it makes me want to like think about life.
Yeah.
Then Nintendo. So like I thought. So I was like, all right, Nintendo's gonna have a decent conference. Sony was the one. I was like, that was E3. That was basically E3. And then they had the little 25-minute direct. And in those 25 minutes, Nintendo dropped some fucking bombs, dude.
bombs.
So they showed off a new Kirby game. It's called Kirby, I think.
Yeah.
Same with Yoshi, just called Yoshi. Out of the two, Kirby looked the best. Kirby looked
Meh.
good. Yoshi
Meh.
looked all right. I thought it looked good. Out of all the Yoshi games, that's the best looking one I've seen. But I think Kirby looked good, and that's the first time I've ever said that, ever. And then they're like, Rocket League's coming to Switch. I was like, dope, dude.
Huge.
That's definitely where I want to play that game. I will
Huge.
rebuy that game and play it on my Switch all over fucking Georgia State. So that got me. Then they announced these two little small games. They briefly brought up Pokken Tournament.
Briefly.
And then briefly
It's
they're
coming.
like,
It's coming
they're
soon.
like- they're
You
like,
can
coming
buy it right
soon.
now.
and then something that's not coming soon, but we just want to announce it because everybody's flipping the fuck out. Game Freak is making a mainline Pokemon RPG for the
Main-
Switch.
Pre-order your Switch now.
Dude, I will get a Switch the minute that game is announced. You have
What
no
is
idea.
announced?
That was an announcement.
No. Like the actual game. Like we see, like this is Pokemon, whatever it is.
Why do you need to see that?
Because what if it sucks?
What do you think they're gonna call it?
I guarantee.
Gabe,
What do you mean? I mean,
how many Pokemon games have you played?
almost every single one.
How
of
many of them suck?
them. Not a single one.
How many of them do you buy?
Every single one of them.
Then why are you waiting? I don't understand.
Dude, because
They literally announced that a Pokemon RPG is coming to the Switch. Full blown game
Okay.
in development.
Yeah, but I gotta look at the art style. I gotta see if I like the starters or not. It's a.
Even though you're still gonna buy it?
Yeah, even though
Yeah, but this tells me if I buy the Switch now or if I buy the Switch later on and then pick up this Pokemon game. Because that's what I did with Black and White too. Like I was like, and then later on I picked it up.
Oh, you're gonna want that Switch now because we're gonna talk about something.
Yeah.
Why you want to Switch now?
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we're not
Ultra
gonna get
Sun
there
and
now.
Moon?
No.
Oh,
But then they dropped another. They dropped. So that was
The
like
first bomb.
that was the first bomb, and it was a pretty good bomb. And I was like, all right, dude, Nintendo, they getting the guns out. Like
It
they
was
ready
like-
for this
It
shit.
was just like a little off comment. It was just like, oh, by the way, main
Pokemon
Pokemon for
RPG.
Switch. We're working on it.
Pokemon RPG.
That's
coming.
all we have to say.
You're like, oh shit.
that's all they need to say.
Yeah,
dude.
and then they're like a minute later, you see this little nebula, this little space area, and you hear this, and I was like, bro, no fucking way, they're doing it, dude, they're doing it. And
Big
then
ol'
this
four.
pops up, and I'm like, bro, they're fucking doing it, they're doing it. Metroid Prime 4, brother.
I've never played
4.
Metro games. So I don't know.
Oh.
I never beat a Metroid Prime game, but
I've never beat him either, actually.
one of the main reasons is I don't have anything to play it on.
You do now, buddy.
If they sell it.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, hopefully. They can do it. They have motion controls. Totally would be down if they just remastered the trilogy that they had on
I have
on
a Wii and have the trilogy. You can play it if you want.
Maybe, dude.
Sounds like
Just
excuses to me.
Do not lose that trilogy because that thing is
Oh, it's like
very
60
rare
bucks.
and worth a lot of money.
It's like $50-$60 at GameStop right now.
Greg's
I
like,
believe
this
me,
is
I know.
this is my retirement right
It was
here.
a gift.
I'm gonna see if I can run it on my computer first.
Okay.
But yeah, if that doesn't work, I'm assuming I could totally find it on my PC.
Huge hype. Metroid Prime 4.
Dude, I just wanted a Metroid.
People
game
have
on
been
there
asking for Metroid
to come back.
for years.
Have they really been asking though?
Yes. Basically the entire life of the Wii U.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Like
Bro.
And now it's here.
from the
But, like,
minute the
let's
Wii
just-
U was announced
Well, let's just put
till
this,
the end of that
think
console.
about this.
Okay.
The Switch already has Zelda,
Mm-hmm.
the best Zelda since Ocarina of Time.
Giant, massive open world. Zelda.
Holy shit, it's so good, guys. Honestly, yeah. Side note, I still don't think any of these games are gonna beat Zelda for Game of the Year for me. So,
Damn.
just saying that.
Oh, this is a game I think will beat Zelda, but you haven't played it yet. You're not playing it right now.
What?
Persona,
Dude, no, dude. I've put 15 hours in Persona. It hasn't even touched.
dude. Okay.
No, dude.
Okay.
No. I totally get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But you also haven't played Zelda.
Okay, I'll give you that. Fair enough.
Like, I've put 15 hours into Persona,
Yeah.
you know, and I think you need to put 15 hours into Zelda before you say that.
All right.
Because that game,
That's fair.
I've never, like I said, since BioShock, I've never fallen in love with a game that much. Like it just
Looks like I gotta rob somebody for the Switch.
dude, it was
Something I gotta
yeah,
do.
it was
Yeah.
some of the best 70. It was the best
I'm
70
sorry, I
hours
just gotta
of
do it.
gameplay.
I gotta rob
Yeah.
you for that Switch.
Like, bro, like, hand over your Switch.
I need it more than
I
you.
don't want to cut you.
Yeah, but then Mario Odyssey
That
had
looks-
one of the best trailers of E3.
That
the
T-Rex,
theme-
though.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
T-Rex.
Let's start with that.
T-Rex
It starts
cool.
with a T-Rex.
I was like, is this Monster Hunter?
Yeah, what is this?
on Switch?
Oh god, I fucking hate Monster Hunter, man. But anyway,
I'm not a fan either.
yeah, it's not my thing. Teach his own. Teach his own. I know people that love that series, and they're like, dude, it's so intricate. I'm like, dude, great and all. It just looks like a piece of fucking shit. Looks like a PS2 game to me. And I'm
Nathan
not
wants to get
usually
out
the
this hate
graphics
mail.
guy. I'm not usually always about the graphics.
Yeah.
Sometimes, hey, if that gameplay is amazing, I will look past those graphics. But I have a limit, bro. I have a bar that you at least have to meet that bar.
It can't look 2 generations behind.
Yeah,
two
you can look one
generations.
generation behind. You can't look like 2 generations behind. That's what Worlds look like, dude. Like when Monster Hunter Worlds was on there, I'm like, dude, look at every game we saw before this game, and look at every game we saw after this game. I literally want someone to put like 10 seconds of gameplay in a GIF of Monster Hunter Worlds next to God of War
Oh, yeah.
and be like, which one do you want to play? Really, which one do you want to play? But teach his own. No, Mario Odyssey looks so fucking good, man. Or Super Mario Odyssey.
He's just throwing his hat on everything. He's taking control of everything.
Well, yeah, that's the big news. That's
Yeah.
the big reveal they had is you can throw your hat onto I don't know how many objects, but a lot of objects. You can turn into a
Everything.
little lightning Mario, a little magma Mario, a T-Rex Mario, a frog Mario, a robot Mario,
Koopa
a
Marios.
fucking
A
Koopa
tank.
Mario, a tank
A
Mario,
Sherman.
a bullet Mario. Dude, I showed that trailer. I already told you guys on the chat, but Devin was like, all right. And she's like grooving to the music. And when he threw his hat on the frog and teleported into it, and the mustache came on, her jaw just dropped. And she just went, just like complete, just in awe for the rest of the fucking trailer, dude. And then it came up 10:27. She's like, okay.
It looks so good.
Sounds suck Mario's dick.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, I haven't been this excited for a Mario game ever.
Okay.
Oh, and the whole like you can go into the 2D levels, or
Dude, that
there'll be
looks
like
dope.
walls in the game that you just hop into a pipe and it puts you into like a 2D plane.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know, dude. This looks so cool. It looks like
It's
it's
just so
taken.
creative, so imaginative.
Yep.
So different.
Yeah.
Makes me
It's
feel
been
like a
forever
kid.
since we've had a 3D Mario.
That's
like
the
this.
perfect way to say it. It makes you feel like a kid.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
It makes you feel like a kid without giving you the kiddie bullshit with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like I was saying, like, hey, you gotta kind of understand that Mario and Rabbids is really mostly directed towards kids. Well, kinda. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it's like
It's-
except
it-
in the gameplay department because I don't know how complicated
it's really.
it's
I'm
gonna
just
get.
saying the humor, the
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Right.
Let's say that. You can tell that that's very kiddish. With this, yeah, you could show it to a kid. But you could also. It's like SpongeBob, to where you can be 10 years old or 30 years old and still enjoy SpongeBob.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like this Mario is doing, and it's really just bringing back like you wanting to explore as Mario. And I've never experienced that. Like I've never beaten a Mario other than Run, which I don't count still. But
It's one of the few games too that I'm excited to get all the collectibles,
Same.
or as many as I can at least.
Yeah.
yeah, but it looks like my type of Mario. It's where
Because I just want to see all that they have to give me, like all
All
the
the Easter
levels, all the
eggs.
design that they put into the
Mhm.
worlds, and where you can go, and all the traversal.
what's so crazy is like you can just like glance at a screenshot or just one image of this game of like one of the demos and be like, yeah, it's just a world. Like it looks like a cool world, but like really
Secrets.
that one screenshot could show 4 Easter eggs and like 4 activities that are completely different than the next. Like jump roping right here and like getting a moon by hitting this high score, and it doesn't tell you that. You just go over there and do it. And you just press the jump button in between the jumps, and then they start going faster, and then these things start popping up, and like
It's essentially just a mini game.
Yeah.
But you didn't
Yeah.
even know that was there.
But you didn't even know it was a mini
just
game. That's what I'm
interact.
saying. You just interacted with it, and the fact that like you can walk up to something and be like, "Oh, it does do this. Okay, that's dope." And then seeing the cool shit like you were saying, where you go into this pipe and you go into 2D Mario. Like I don't know, dude.
Just so many surprises in store for us
Same.
in Mario.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of gameplay, about 10 minutes of it, and yeah, dude, just
And I'm
a
down for all the worlds. Like,
so
take me to that Jurassic World
Mm-hmm.
with the dinosaurs. Take me to that freaking Sugar Skull Mexico world.
Yeah,
The like black and white.
good, like ghost
like,
looking.
Yeah, like trippy. I don't even know how you describe that world.
Yeah,
honestly,
same. It looked amazing.
yeah.
It all like the little haze on the bottom of the ground.
Yeah.
And you'd go on the hills to get out of it. I don't know, dude.
It's kind of like Halloween Town, except with like
Yeah.
a 30s
Oh yeah.
like flapper feel to it.
Definitely, dude. That's a good way to put it. No, yeah, I think it looks fantastic. How about you?
Oh, dude, I'm right there with you guys. This is fucking incredible.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
Buy that Switch.
I will once Pokemon is announced.
No,
It's
how are
already
you gonna play
announced.
Mario?
No, like officially announced. Just because
Not
they're
officially
saying
announced. No, you mean when
like
they
there's a
give
reveal.
you a name,
Yes, when there is a reveal of like, hey, this is what we're gonna
then
call.
say gameplay reveal.
No, I don't even want gameplay review. I want a fucking title.
Oh,
Pokemon so and so coming out whenever it's fucking ready. Cool.
What if it's
Let me get a Switch, bitch.
I honestly think I think people are gonna disagree with me. I think it's gonna be fall 2018.
What, Mario?
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Oh.
Those games don't take
Mario's
long
this
to
year.
make.
Dude, no. I feel like this. I think I gotta go like all out for this game. I really do.
I think, and I agree, but I think they probably have a lot of people who've been making assets.
Well, yeah. I don't
Especially if they've already made Pokken Tournament. You already see that they can do
know.
3D.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what it's gonna play like. I wonder if it'll be more like Coliseum
No,
and that like
because they said mainstream RPG, so I'm assuming it's more be like Pokemon Sun, just up-res and with more features.
yeah,
I honestly think it's just gonna be your.
'cause
Patricia.
Sun
I think
is
it's gonna be like
basically 3D.
Yeah. Yeah.
no, that's
Yeah.
what I think it's gonna be, and it's
Yeah.
just gonna be in a traditional third-person mode now. It's not this
Yeah.
like you walk into this block and you walk into this block. No, it's gonna be like Witcher, to where or any open world you can
And-
literally think of where you're
yeah.
third person, and it's a lot more fluid movements and
Everything's just gonna look better. Like your town's gonna look more more colorful. There's gonna be bigger buildings, obviously. Like I feel like that's why Sun and Moon are so like sparsed out. Like the areas like aren't really dense because like you can't really put down a 3DS.
Right.
And I feel like this
They can't handle anything.
they can't handle
It's a
anything.
piece of shit.
Yeah. So I feel like this is a Pokemon game to do it.
It is.
I love you,
Well,
Chris.
it's not a piece of shit.
It is.
It's okay.
It's a piece of shit.
It's a terrible handheld.
Bro, I think my fucking T81 calculator has more specs in it than that thing.
Doom
man.
on my Texas Instruments look better than that shit.
No, dude. I hope they really go with like a Nino Kuni style.
I mean, what do you mean? Like,
That how the three how
Just the art.
how it looks.
yeah, I feel like that's how they're gonna go for because you already see your trainer in the battles. It's just I feel like it needs to be less. Obviously, keep it
Yeah, it'd be
turn
cool
based,
if it
but make
looks-
it look
If
not
it
turn
looked
based.
more like illustrated like the show or something, that'd be kind of cool.
I don't know. I feel like I like the style they have now. I don't
I'm
know.
not big on the style now.
It's just kind of like chibi anime.
It's not really chibi.
I don't know, dude.
Almost.
I think the newer
No, the
that
last
they-
one was.
honestly, dude. I've looked at. I just don't really like the style that they're going with now.
Nah.
It looks like your traditional anime to me, and it's kind of losing what made it look like Pokemon.
Well, no, I
to
mean,
me.
the game's obviously still catering to kids. Like, it's still like the kids. I mean, like the characters smiling shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. But it's the gameplay and like the form that I'm attracted to Pokemon.
You think they're gonna do two of them? You think they're just gonna do one?
Oh no, definitely two. They're not gonna change that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing two.
Especially with all the different versions of Fire Emblem they put out, like
But
they'll do it with Pokemon
Yeah, they'll do two Pokemon games.
Yeah.
And then they'll have a third one or like what they're doing with Ultra Sun and Moon. Just
later.
two more of it, yeah.
that's what I'm saying, dude. They crap these games out like nobody's business. I don't know. When I say crap out, I don't mean like they're shitting out bad games. I'm
No.
saying like, dude, they're pumping these games out.
Yeah, and I feel like they need
so
to take their
fast.
time and improve on what they have and really, really make
Really?
like
I mean,
craft
like,
a world.
Well, it's
and
the first time making one for Switch too, so I'm sure they'll
Yeah.
take some time
yeah.
just to
But I
know
still
the
wouldn't be
hardware.
shocked if it comes out fall 2018. That's a year and a half from right now, and I bet
Pretty
you
awesome.
they probably started this early this year.
Yeah, probably.
I think they started this or past couple months. I think they've had a few months of dev time. That'll be near 2 years. You know, maybe early 2019.
I say early 2019 more because I mean they need that time, dude. They really do.
I'm
If you-
fine
if you
with
wanna-
that.
if you wanna push out a quality
if they
Pokemon
need the
game-
time, totally. But
Yeah.
if like they're just gonna sit on it for the next fall, dude, fucking release it. You know?
I want more features. I want more post game stuff. That's what the last Pokemon, like the last 2 Pokemon games were missing. Just
I think
Post-
all of them. By the time you beat the gyms,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay.
No, I
maybe
feel
with
like-
maybe with this they can do like events or like introduce like post game like content kind of things. Like
Yeah.
if you go to the specific location at this time
Mhm.
of like this week, you'll meet a new character and then go into this whole like tournament thing.
see that would be cool.
that only happens like for this weekend or
Yeah.
something.
And that would keep people coming back for more Pokemon. When instead of like, I mean, besides what I do is just like breed Pokemon for like perfect IVs.
Yeah.
That's all I really do.
Just
in
keep
Pokemon
grinding
now.
until,
yeah, that's
yeah,
all it
you
is for me.
make- Right.
And I mean, to me, that's fun. I like it.
Give me more activities to grind then.
That's what I like they keep taking away activities that made it so much easier to grind in, just to make it more grindy. And that's what I didn't like about Pokemon Sun and Moon because they took away the they called it hyper training, but it was just training before we can train for your EVs, and they took that away, and it makes it fucking more difficult. I don't understand Game Freak sometimes, man. I really don't.
I feel you, man. I think they need to simplify that shit and kind of get away from it, in my personal opinion. Because it feels like the same shit that was like issues with like Destiny, to where they're like,
Yeah.
dude, we can only fix this so much because we can't change the foundation right
Yeah.
now. We have to do that with a sequel. We can't do this with a game like this and totally it would break the whole game.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's just if
this
you're gonna have
this is their time to start fresh.
yeah.
Be like, hey, we're not doing EV training. We're not doing this weird shit.
No, I want them to keep it in to just make it more accessible.
They need to.
That's the
see,
only issue with it.
They need to streamline things.
Yeah, they really do.
And I think EV training or maybe EV training is not. Maybe that's not.
Because I feel like that would make
needs
it
to be
easier
cut.
for people to get in competitive battling. Because I feel like that's like the barrier. That's why people don't get into competitive Pokemon. I'm sure you don't, because you don't want to grind and breed for like the perfect
I don't
Pokemon.
give a shit.
Yeah, see, exactly. But it really does matter in a competitive aspect to it.
Yeah.
Because those small points, those small variables matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like if it's people, if you break that barrier between it being so hard to make the perfect Pokemon, it brings more people
I
in.
think what they need to do is be like, hey, this Charizard is not the same type of Charizard this Charizard is.
Yeah.
Something like that. Hey, I caught this Charizard. Let's see what this Charizard's like.
Yeah, show the
Because
stats.
you can. So it's like in Destiny where you can pick up you can pick up the same guns at the same time, but your stats are could be different than mine.
See, that'd be cool.
Your roll.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. I got a shitty roll.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, I got this good weapon, but I got a shitty roll.
See, that'd be
on it.
cool if they
Fuck.
showed your Pokemon's like actual stats
Hey, like,
side by
what-
side. You
what
can
if he's
compare
a
to it.
Really physical.
Yeah.
Like, what if his stats, and these are stats you can't change.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, this Charizard's really like good on physical damage. So like, maybe I have 2 Charizards and one's like a bunch of fire attacks, but this one's a lot of physical attacks.
See,
or
that'd be
something like
really
that.
cool because right now, like a specific, like let's say a Charizard, right? If you have Charizard X or Charizard Y, one of them's always gonna be more physical, and the other one could be more special damage, right?
Yeah.
It'd be cool if you can have the same type of you still have like Charizard X, Y, but they were different. Like you're saying, like one's faster, one has more strength, It just doesn't always have to be the same, if that makes sense.
No, I know. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. It's just like it would add another depth. too.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. That'd be
and
changing
also add
everything.
another depth to competitive because you're like, I
You
don't,
do-
I
exactly,
don't
you
know
don't
which
know.
type of. I don't know if this is. He could fuck me up on a huge
Yeah.
hit, dude. He might be throwing these fire attacks at me and be like, haha. Joke's on you. This is a super physical Pokemon,
Dude.
and then he hits you with like something when you're kind of like low on HP.
Yeah.
And you're like, whatever. He can't get me. I've seen what he's done. And then he's like, nope, fuck you, and he hits you with that one hit, and you're dead.
Dude, Nathan has me nerding out right now. This would be fucking badass if they do
Wouldn't
this.
it, dude?
Yeah.
And that's what. And those are the types of things
That
they
would
need to
change
do.
Pokemon forever. Honestly, that would change Pokemon more than anything. If you do not know what your players, your opponent's Pokemon can do. Because right now, if somebody brings out like a specific Pokemon, like, oh, this is an obvious special attacker, let me switch out.
Yeah.
But now you don't fucking know. Dope.
Dude, then you have to think on the fly.
Yeah.
So it's not I see a Charizard, I know exactly what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
You
Because that's
know?
what it is right now with competitive Pokemon. Like, oh, dude, yeah, this dude's gonna
That's
just
with
set up.
anything.
It's
dude.
just
Like,
predicting what your opponent's
Yeah,
gonna do.
and-
I talk. It's the issue with Pokemon is every other RPG now is so vast, especially Persona. Like they just do. I'm sorry, they do turn-based better than Pokemon right now. And what Pokemon needs to get out of their mind is that they need to be more than a rock paper scissors RPG.
I agree.
Because that's what they are.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm sorry, the people who are playing these games,
They aren't kids anymore.
they aren't kids anymore. And I'm telling you, man, like kids will learn this stuff. They're not like these kids like are like playing these games and they know so much more than I did
Yeah.
when I was playing Pokemon. And they're like 10 years old. I'm like, dude, these like don't like I hate that saying like don't treat me like a kid, but really these kids are more imaginative and probably know how to play these games better than us because they are imaginative, man.
Yeah.
They're thinking we're so like closed-minded in how our brain works because we're adults, and these kids have such flourishing imaginations, so they find out how to do these things so much better than we do. And I've noticed, like, dude, I'm very like I play games much different, very, very straightforward than I used to back in the day. I used to be very like
You used to explore everything. Now you just
I was very imaginative. I was very let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I don't really do that anymore.
because you see it as a game now, and you know the limitations of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So the real world's kind of hitting me, and then
Yeah.
when a game does actually let you do that, I don't know because I'm not trying it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they do something. They need to change the formula a little, like more, and maybe what they do is they're like, hey, we're still doing 3DS games, and they're gonna play like the ones you've been playing,
Yeah.
but we're also gonna have our main line. This is gonna be our main line now.
Yeah.
And you know what? We want to change what Pokemon is because the issue is they took the base formula of what Pokemon was when it first came out, and all they've done is just add on to it.
I was gonna say that.
And
It
at
just
this
it keep
point-
improving, but there's only so many times you can improve an old formula.
And that's what I was talking about. They need the Destiny to it.
Yeah.
To where Destiny 1 was like, hey, every single expansion we were adding to the formula, fixing little things, but there's some things we just can't fix.
Yeah.
Without completely re-scrapping everything. And that's what they need to do with this.
And I hope this is the Pokemon game to do it, but again, I doubt it. I
We'll
think
see.
I really think
I
this
know,
just be
Game
another
Freak's
mainstream
pretty
Pokemon.
simple with how they do shit.
Yeah,
Right.
and
They're like, well, we got Pokemon, we don't have to
the
innovate.
plane is safe, and you can't blame them for it. It sells.
It sells, dude, but I don't know, man. Even if I was making a shit ton of money, I still would have.
Like, regardless, I'm gonna. Pick
I guess
it
the
up
artistic
anyways.
side of me would just still want to actually do something new with the franchise.
Yeah.
We'll see. They've innovated before. It's not like it's literally been the same thing every single time.
I mean,
because
shit,
we've gotten
dude.
Coliseum and we've gotten
Yeah, but those really aren't like mainstream Pokemon. We're talking about like the actual like just handheld series, which are like the main core Pokemon games. Besides making it 3D, they really haven't innovated that much.
I mean, that was an example though with a console with GameCube where they changed it up.
Yeah, well,
So with Switch they could change it up again.
I hope they do.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Coliseum's all right though. I think the Coliseums are.
I'm not saying
overrated.
it's like the best.
No.
Pokemon
The only thing I don't
but
like
people
about
love those games. I'm like, dude, these are so overrated.
Yeah, I
I'd rather
agree.
just play the Pokemon
I
RPG.
agree.
Right, yeah, but
Cool, it looks a little bit better. Gameplay over graphics for
Yeah.
there.
but the Nintendo Direct is pretty good.
That was my favorite direct. And let me put it this way, or conference, and that's what I guess we're getting into.
Yeah.
Why it's my favorite is because it did what I want in an E3 conference.
Hmm.
It gave me games. Most of everything they showed is coming out either this year or very early 2018. But they had 5 new games shown, if you count Rocket League, because they had, what was it? It was Yoshi, Kirby, and Pokemon and Metroid. And the first 2 are coming out in 2018. Everything else they showed is coming out in 2017. And then Pokemon and Metroid do not have release dates. Those are the only 2. And I'm like, that's how you do a conference.
Yeah.
Where they said, hey, the main crux of it, mostly everything here is coming out this year. That's how you should do a conference, most of everything. But hey, we know it's E3. We know you want something. Here it is. Here's that big surprise. Here's your 2 big surprises. And then here are 2 new games that, the hardcore are going to love. That's how you do a conference. I'm sorry. And they did it in 25 minutes, man.
That was
they packed
it.
all of this information.
it's really
20,
short.
Yeah, it's
Oh, wow.
25.
I didn't feel that short.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I thought Sony's was my favorite though.
I'm right
Just
there
because
with
the
you.
quality of the games and how consistent it was. It's just like bam, 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 bam. Guess what? You can't play these games anywhere else.
And that's where I'm kind of perplexed.
for most of them. And then
Is where-
then you have your Destiny 2, then you have your Call of Duty, then you have some VR,
God,
and
Destiny
then
was such a bummer.
you just end with Spider-Man. That's it.
Yeah. And like Bungie's like right now, they're like the reason why they're being kind of quiet E3 and why they're not putting too much. You already saw it in the chat, but like, and why they're not basically everything you've seen now is what the beta is going to be, is because they're like we gave a little bit too much information and a little bit too much stuff when we first did our beta for Destiny and when we first revealed it. They're like we kind of just want you to play the game.
Yeah, because they did an alpha first, then they did the beta.
Yeah.
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 And the beta just added like a few more missions.
Yeah, that's how it was.
And it gave people like
A
weird
false hope.
false idea of what the game was actually
Yep.
going to be.
And that's what it did for me is I got super hyped.
Yeah.
I was right there with you, man.
So, I don't know. I'm kind of perplexed because I'm like, yeah, when you look at it that way, I think Sony's was the best.
I'm going to say for my pick, Sony's was the best
Yeah.
conference.
For my pick, it's Nintendo solely because that's what
fine.
I
agree with that.
personally want from an E3 conference.
Yeah.
Is I want games coming out this year, games that are coming out next year, and give me a few surprises.
Also, I like getting those live music. I like when they use the stage. They make it
Same. And I
Yeah.
hope
Cool
Nintendo does
presentation.
a real conference again.
because you
like,
got
that's my
like
only
Reggie
con.
like saying weird,
Being creepy
like
Reggie.
yeah, weird.
My body.
I don't
is
even
ready.
know what he was saying, like a script that he was
He's a little-
reciting, and it was just like,
He's a little rapey to me.
and then it just cuts to a game, and I'm like, I don't know what this is.
Reggie got that little.
He's got the stare.
He got the stare,
He's
bro.
got the
He
stare.
got the stare.
It's like he's looking at you, but he's undressing you at the same time. It's like, stop it, Reggie.
I feel you, man. No, and honestly, dude, I honestly think it's one of those things to where like maybe tomorrow I'll think Sony's is better, but then the next day I'll think Nintendo's.
I mean, a lot of people thought Nintendo had the best one for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. I guess that's the best thing.
But
the
overall,
fact that I can't tell you which one is dominantly the best.
Yeah.
They were both so good. When was the last time we had that? Microsoft hasn't been that great.
yeah, we've always had some
Nintendo hasn't
stinkers.
had a good conference in what? I don't remember the last good E3 conference. I mean, last year was cool, but it was only one game.
Ubisoft stepped up.
Oh, dude, Ubisoft stepped up their game hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think overall it was like pretty disappointing as far as surprises. Nintendo definitely brought the surprises more than anybody else,
Yeah.
and it was kind of consistent. I think overall is like there are a lot of really good games shown, but wasn't like all this
Witcher-
hype over new game announcements
This
and
E3 was
new
just-
IPs.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
how it was.
Yeah,
It
don't
wasn't
think
bad
it
and it
was
wasn't
bad.
okay.
I think
Yeah.
the conferences were eh. I think the actual E3,
E3
itself
was
and
pretty
seeing
good.
the gameplay
yeah.
hasn't me hyped as much as last year did, in my personal opinion. I mean, AC Origins, Wolfenstein, Mario. Fuck, all those 3 games are coming out in October 27th. All those 3 games are coming out that same day. Another game's coming out too. I'm missing it, but I'm not really hyped for it.
What?
Clearly
I
not.
don't
'Cause you
know.
forgot.
But then 3 days before that, Destiny 2 on PC is coming out.
Nathan gets
And then
home
a-
just texts us
2
like,
weeks,
"Here it is."
2 weeks before that, Evil Within, which I'm not gonna play. But then the next week, right after that, Call of Duty's coming out. Fuck, dude, October's jammed.
Yep.
And then Shadow War got pushed back to October as well. South Park's coming out in October.
That's
I'm
how-
already got my slate full.
Dude, I'm gonna have to start like
I'm gonna be playing
pre-ordering
Destiny,
now.
Call of Duty, maybe,
Oh, do you ever have Fresh Your Butthole?
and
but
then try to
pre-order
fit in
forever?
some
I can,
Uncharted. Try
I
to
can-
fit in
okay,
some
so-
Horizon DLC.
Wolfenstein I have to get.
Yeah, fit in some
Assassin's Creed I gotta
Wolfenstein.
get.
South Park you have to get.
That can wait.
No, I cannot
You
wait.
can wait.
I can wait on day one for
You have to
Mario
put time in that game.
because I want to play Mario with Devin.
Yeah, you
So
can't wait on Mario.
whenever
Mario's day one.
if I wasn't with Devin, Mario would be day one. But I want to experience that game with her because we haven't really had a full game we've experienced. I'm like, this is the one. This is the one I really would just want to play the whole
So
game.
question: who's playing as the Hat?
I don't know.
Because that's who you get to play as
No, fuck
when you
that
play
bullshit.
co-op.
No,
You
we're
don't
not
get to
doing
play
that.
as another
We're
character.
We're playing one.
You
we're
just
gonna
get to
lives.
play as the Hat.
No, we're just gonna play lives.
That gets thrown around.
Yeah. You
No.
don't want to play as a hat?
No, fuck that. No, we're,
Dude, the
we're
hat's the
switching off the
best role.
controller. We're
It's so
switching off the
stupid.
controller.
Oh, man. Nerds.
Well, she's good at Mario. I don't know about 3D, but I think she can get used to it. So
Oh, real quick before I forget. Is she still playing Pokemon?
nah, dude.
Oh, dude. I'm so
She'll get.
disappointed.
She got stuck on an area.
I'm so disappointed. All right, continue.
Yeah,
Sorry about
played
that.
like 12 hours.
Yeah, because you were telling me, I was like, dude, I was so happy. I was like, finally, somebody else I can talk to about this.
You wouldn't be able to, but like, honestly, dude, I mean, like, I might have to get like a 2DS and like maybe one of the new ones or something, maybe like Alpha Sapphire or something like that.
When the Switch, I'll sell you my 3DS when I'm done with it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And
I'll just pick up a 2DS for like $50 for.
No,
a
That's
month.
true, actually, you
I
could
probably
get
will sell you
2DS
for-
real cheap.
No, I would probably sell it to you for $50. I won't sell it to you that. I was trying to get rid of it.
Damn,
at that
man,
point.
I
hit me
sold
up.
my 3DS, not new Nintendo 3DS, for $200.
Yeah, but this is my friend.
Hey, man.
I'm trying to help him
If
out.
How
you
much
wanna make-
money do you
if
have in your
you-
bank account right
I
now?
was about
mean,
to say- I was
shout out
about
to
to
my
say-
$14
I was
in
about
my
to say,
bank
I
account.
was like, if you
You
need
have
the
to
money,
say
if you
it.
need the money, sell it for more than $50.
You can find somebody that'll pay
But if
you.
you're fine and you're like,
money.
yo, dude, I know Devin wants to play this. Here you go.
No, I just want Devin to experience the joy I have experienced with Pokemon,
Aw,
dude. Yeah,
so nice.
Well,
shout out to
I'll
Septile.
definitely keep that in mind because
Yeah.
I'm not getting it for her anytime soon.
All right, bet.
Um,
I'm not, dude. I'm not saying anytime soon. Just wait till the Switch version comes out, and I'm probably a year from now.
I hope it's good, man.
Soon enough.
I hope it's good.
Soon
Fingers
enough,
crossed,
we will
dude.
all
No,
have
but
Switches.
yeah,
What you
here.
said literally blew my mind because I never thought about that.
Dude, I would.
If
totally
they do that, holy shit, it would be a game changer.
But also, I gave Nintendo's an A, not A plus, but A,
All right.
because you only save them A plus for like the best conferences ever. But yeah, let's just go into our game of the show. We all just put top five.
Top five, top five.
I have
top
mine
five.
in order. Or do you guys have yours in order?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Greg, you want to start off? What's your number 5?
Number
I'll do
5.
mine. Yeah, you do 5. I'll do 5. He'll do 5. We'll just go through them real quick.
Okay. My number 5 is A Way Out.
Okay.
I did not expect to see this game. I think it's really different for this developer of Brothers. I thought that was a fantastic game, so I have a lot of confidence in this game. It's 2017, and we're seeing a co-op game that is entirely co-op
Mhm.
Yeah.
and local co-op. That's unprecedented. I don't know what other games do that
Mhm.
nowadays, so I think that's awesome. I think these characters, the setting, the story of like breaking out of a prison, and then where that story goes from there, I think
Yeah.
it's awesome drama. The game looks great.
It's
Can't wait to
definitely
play
giving me movie vibes. I feel like it might actually have like a really good story.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hyped for it.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Call of Duty World War II.
Nice.
I was already sold that it's going to be World War II again, but seeing the multiplayer gameplay has me hyped.
Multiplayer is very surprising.
I might have to get it day one solely because if I can have old Call of Duty gameplay again, that's just something I want. And
It's
I know
just
some
so
people
tight.
some people don't
So
want it.
tight and right.
Yeah, dude, I just loved
Tight,
dude,
right?
I loved it when a Call of Duty had guns that packed a punch.
Bam, bang, bang,
And we
bang.
haven't had that since OG
But-
Infinity
but-
Ward with Modern Warfare 2.
No, seriously, like when you take 2 shots to the head with a Garand M1, there's nothing more satisfying than just
Honestly,
dropping
dude.
somebody
Dude,
like
I fucking
that.
love the M1 Grand too.
Best
So,
gun.
yeah, it looks like we're getting good maps again. It looks like we're getting smart gameplay, and it's not a dumb Call of Duty anymore.
Yep.
It looks like, and I knew Sledgehammer was gonna do something cool. I didn't know it was gonna be this cool, but
Less is more, it seems like, too, what
Yeah.
they're doing.
oh yeah, and that's what I don't think a lot of people realize with Call of Duty. It doesn't need to be this. I don't even know.
It's a space shooter.
As
at this
long as it
point.
has the speed and the tightness of the controls.
Yeah, I just needed to be
So-
faster than Battlefield. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
People like the slow methodical. I don't like when my fucking gun doesn't work. That was my
I
biggest
feel
issue
you.
with Battlefield 1. When I'm aiming down those fucking sights and his head is on my fucking sight and I press that trigger and it does not kill him, I'm pissed.
Well, you gotta aim up, bullet drop.
Dude, no, but
There is
sometimes I
bullet
do
drop.
that and it does no, but they said in that game like it might swerve off to the right that time.
Well, yeah, you gotta take into consideration wind.
Dude, fuck that bullshit.
What
No,
it-
but I'm talking about if I'm like 30 yards away with a rifle, it shouldn't have that.
Dude, the
issue.
elements still affect that bullet.
Dude, I don't.
They're
give a
just
shit.
different games.
I don't
It's
give a
just-
shit. I don't want that in a game.
Bottom line, it is
Yeah.
slower.
Yeah.
Call of
Bottom-
Duty is faster, and it does have tighter controls.
And that's what I want in a shooter.
Yeah.
Personally,
For me, I guess it's just Dragon Ball Fighter Z, dude.
Nice.
it looks good.
I'm on my Dragon Ball Z high right now, dude. So any more Dragon Ball for me, awesome. And it fucking looks like the anime.
I was about
dude.
to say,
It's
honestly,
from,
that's
uh,
the best like anime graphics
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
ever seen in a video.
And what is it?
game.
Arxis?
It's the guys who made
Systems?
was it Blaze Blue? No, not Blaze Blue. Guilty Gear.
I think they make
Guil-
all of them.
Yeah.
I think they make Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear.
Yeah, it looks fucking
Those
great.
2D
It's
fighters
fast.
that have like amazing graphics, like sprites.
Yeah.
They're not even sprites, really. It's just that art style that looks like sprites.
And it's like super over the top. And the only thing I don't like about it is like 3v3.
I think it might be interesting.
I don't know
dude.
how I feel about it because I don't like tag team fighters. I really don't.
Dude, I love tag. Oh, we were talking about
Yeah.
it. I can't
Yeah.
remember if we were talking about it on the podcast or not, but I love Tekken Tag Tournament.
So
And I just replayed it again, and it's just it brought back the memories.
hey, like I
Dude,
said,
I
I'll
don't-
definitely pick it up and I'll see.
Dude, honestly, man, if that game's backwards compatible, I might pick it up. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
Tekken
game that
Tag.
would be hype at parties for sure. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
have people that are actually into it, and just I would be fine just sitting around drinking a beer, just getting hype
having
at
three
people
just trying
fighting
to
each
fuck
other.
each other up.
Like,
That'd be
oh,
cool,
fucking
though.
Piccolo, let's go!
Hey.
I'm down.
The only thing, like, I'm wondering if it's just gonna be Dragon Ball Z characters or they're moving up to like Super,
I don't know.
because they do have Golden Frieza, which is from Super, but
Right.
they're calling it Z. I'm so confused on what it is, but
We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. All
Number
right,
4 for you, Greg?
Number 4 is
Gregory,
big old Wolfenstein 2.
Wolfenstein.
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 I just beat the first one.
Oh, so good.
Dude, I still need to beat
Okay,
it.
dude. So
New Order's so good.
New Order is really good, but New Order has some issues. The first mission, really bad.
Yeah, the beginning.
The first half of the game, pretty good. The second half of that game is so fucking good, dude. Like, the second half of that game is like a 9.5, dude. I'm dead
Damn.
serious. It is like
boss battles.
some of the best map design in a linear single player game that I've played in years. And you could totally tell that's where they finally like figured out what they wanted to do with this game. Yeah, the first half, it just until you get that ragtag group of people in the New Order, that's when that game kicks in.
It's just kind of a setup, and it's not the best
setup.
setup.
But once the setup's done, dude, that game just goes from 0 to 100.
Yeah. And that's
0 to
why
100 real quick.
super
Hey.
excited for this one because it just looks like more over the top.
Yep.
It's in America.
It's so interesting.
It's dealing with like the whole like
KKKs
Americana
in it.
feel of America
Of that world.
of that time period too, like after World War II, but the Nazis won.
Yep.
So it's dealing with that reality. All the characters look awesome because you have all the returning characters that you really do fall in love with in the first
Yep.
Wolfenstein, that are just like crazy bonkers characters. But there's a
Fergus,
lot of good
bruh.
humor. There's like a lot of good drama. There's some like serious moments in there. But then there's the over the top violence, which is what Wolfenstein.
Dude, that game visually looks amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I
Very
just
good.
played the first one on my PC maxed out, and it's really good looking. But
Yeah.
whoo, this one, well, it also doesn't have a 360 or a PS3 version attached to it as well, so it's a real next gen. My number 4 is Spider-Man.
Nice.
Amazing. We talked about it. We don't really have to talk about more.
Yeah.
Main reason why it's not higher up is I just want to see more of it. How about you, Greg? Gabe?
Yeah, Greg here.
My
It's,
bad.
it's definitely Detroit, dude. I've been.
Detroit's awesome.
Yeah, it looks fucking great. I love Heavy Rain. I even went back and played like what's it called, Indigo Prophecies.
Yeah.
That they made earlier, dude.
That's the first game.
Yeah, still good too. Never played Beyond Two Souls, but no, fuck that game. But yeah, I just want to see what David Cage is like can really do on a next gen console. You know, graphically and like motion capturing, storytelling, all this.
I was about to say
I think the
storytelling
tech
wise,
is finally catching up to his vision of
Yeah. I was
for
about
these
to say,
games,
yeah. I
like
think
what
there-
he wants to do.
I think there's a lot of things under the hood that have to happen for this game to be right.
Yeah.
And now that he has a PS4, it might work.
Yeah,
You know, maybe the PS3 wasn't powerful enough to really
Yeah.
tell the stories he
It's
wanted
just
with
all
the
these threads, all these story threads, and your decisions affect everything, and
And
you
I
can't
don't-
take them back.
And I don't know how
Yeah,
the
When you
engine
make those
works.
decisions, that's what it is.
Yeah,
you're definitely gonna be replaying this over and over again just to see the different outcomes.
Yeah. And he said it's like a 10-hour, 12-hour game.
Oh, dude, that's not too long either. Like
that's perfect.
that's a
length.
perfect range to play it over and over. Not obviously like back to back, but like let's say you pick it up like a year from now, make different decisions, like you played a totally different game.
Yep. Which I'm totally sold for.
Nice.
How about you, Greg? Number 3?
Number 3 is gonna be Shadow of the Colossus. I didn't know this was
Damn.
gonna be there at all, and I'm so happy because it's one of my favorite games of all time. Like
That
top
would
10.
make sense why it's.
Like honestly, top 10. And this is what the game should look like. And I'm so ready for people to experience these boss battles and just the moments that you have fighting these colossi, and then like the moment you experience bringing them down and what that feels like. It's
Yeah.
just so great.
And it's so great that you're going to be able to revisit that, but some people are going to be able to visit that for the
For the
first
first
time.
Yeah.
and really see what you saw back then.
Yep.
Because back then, this game probably looked like that to you in your mind
Pretty
when you
much,
first
yeah.
played it. You know.
Yeah.
But nowadays, like, you know, we're getting the next gen graphics, and it really makes that game pop.
Yeah.
I totally agree. My number 3 is Assassin's Creed Origins.
Nice.
Hey.
It looks so fucking good. And also want everybody to know my top 3 are so fucking close. It was so hard to get this number right. But yeah. These 3 games that are in my top 3 are just so fucking good. And this one, I mean, it's Egypt. Already has me sold on that, if you know who I am.
You got that Egypt boner.
Yep. That Egypt boner. And bruh, if you look at the game, you know why. Like,
Looks gorgeous.
yeah, and the things that, like, the interviews and hearing what these guys are saying, what you can do in this game,
Yeah.
it really feels like they took a lot of notes when they played Witcher 3. And I honestly think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And we're finally starting to see post Witcher 3 open world games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I played that and I said it, I think I said on the podcast, I was like, wait until 2017, 2018. We'll definitely see it in 2018. We might see it, you know, in 2017. Like, you're going to start seeing these games really take what Witcher did and throw it into their formula. And we're seeing it with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So, how are you?
Oh.
Your number 3?
It's Spider-Man.
Hey.
Dude, I mean, we already talked about it. Dude, I love Spider-Man. One of my favorite superheroes. Honestly, probably my favorite superhero of all time. So I'm just happy for it.
Hey, it looks like it, man. It looks like Spider-Man.
What got me for Spider-Man is just like what happened in Spider-Man 2. Like when he shoots the web, it actually hits the building.
Yep.
The minute that happened, I was like, dude, so I got
Yeah,
it.
it's not
I got
just
it.
in the clouds.
Yeah, it's not just in the clouds. I'm like, dude, got it.
That's my number 2.
Is
So
your number 2?
yeah, I
Alright.
mean, my favorite superhero of all time. Game looks fantastic from one of my favorite developers. There's nothing more I need to say about it,
Yeah.
honestly. It's just like the perfect storm of everything. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
My number 2 is Super Mario Odyssey.
Nice.
I won't say too much because I already know it'll probably be on one of your lists. How about you? What's your number 2?
My second is South Park. Fractured
really?
But Whole. Dude, you know how long I've been waiting for the sequel?
Dude, I totally feel you.
Y'all know South Park is like one of my favorite animated shows of all time.
Yep.
It's over Futurama for me.
Whew,
And
I don't
thi-
know about that,
yeah.
boy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a
Teach his
hard
own.
tie with Futurama. But South Park, there's just something about South Park that just resonates with me.
Oh yeah,
that
I didn't know you
loved
loved.
for years.
Honestly, I didn't know you loved Futurama that much.
Yeah.
I knew you liked Futurama,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Dude, I have a
totally-
Bender sticker on my car.
Damn well.
I love.
My friend has a Bender tattoo on his ass.
I would, honestly, if I were to get something on my ass, it would be the Bender, like the 011001.
That's the
Yeah,
tattoo he
fuck
has.
yeah, dude.
He
it's
doesn't have the
awesome.
zeros because it would have looked like shit. But
Yeah, no, but
it's the same tattoo that Fry had.
that's
on
fucking
his ass
awesome.
From Bender's Big Squad.
Wait, you talking about Austin?
Not Austin. Did you ever meet my friend Mike?
No.
It's him.
Uh,
He's friends with Austin.
Yeah, I could see Austin.
Or not
but-
that Austin.
Which
You-
one?
Did you ever meet Whitley?
I don't remember.
No.
Maybe.
think
I don't
you
know.
have. Another Austin.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just more South Park.
Yep.
Honestly, like it looks like this is where all the time that the previous season they did,
Mm-hmm.
like this is where their time went to, and it shows, and I fucking
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'm
dude.
excited.
Totally down. Totally sold.
Yeah.
And what is your number 1, Greg?
Oh, it's Mario Odyssey.
Hey.
Dude, I totally understand why.
I cannot wait to get my Switch in
Hey,
probably October. It's probably when I'm going to get it.
Hey, man.
Whenever they put more out.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. Try to get it before because
Yeah. I'm just going to try to grab one as soon as I can. Like as soon as they're on
if you
sale.
want to play Zelda and finish it this year, you're gonna have to get it way
I'm
before.
probably not going to
October.
beat Zelda, but I can start it, I guess.
Dude, you could play it. Bring it with you to work and like play it on your lunch breaks and stuff like that. It's one of those games.
That's true.
It,
I
dude,
can
I'm telling
definitely
you,
start doing that.
That game is so perfect to just jump in, play for a minute, and then just turn it off. Because the game plays the exploration, meaning you can just stop whenever you want to.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, like it just works on a Switch perfectly because of that. And I know it's just one of those things that's kind of funny too. Is like it was not intended to be on the Switch, but the gameplay itself actually works perfectly
Works for
with
it.
the Switch.
Yeah. Mario Odyssey just looks like magic.
It does, man.
It's everything
I'm telling you,
that
dude.
you
Like,
want from a video game. It's fun.
I wanted to put it as my number 1, but after seeing Wolfenstein 2, that's my number 1. Like
Damn.
that game looks so fucking good, and I'm a
It's real
shooter.
impressive.
I'm a shooter, dude. And if you know who I am,
Shooter,
like
bro.
if you do a shooter right, dude, you already know I'm buying it. Like Doom last year was the big
Yeah.
shocker for me.
Wolfenstein or Doom are doing story shooters better than anything right now.
And it's Bethesda, and it's Bethesda with id. You know, it's a franchise with id. Well, this is Machine Games, and I'm off the hype of Wolfenstein 1, and if they can recapture what the last half of Wolfenstein did in the sequel, I mean, dude, this could potentially be one of the best games this year. Same with Mario. I honestly think my 4 big games are going to be my top 3 in Zelda.
Yeah. Oh, dude, for me, you already know what it is.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, dude. my like I said, bro, little boy Gabe
Yeah.
came out and was like, holy shit. This is my Assassin's Creed 2 reaction pretty much to it. I was like, holy fuck. I need this like right now. I have to play
Same,
this.
dude.
Dude, I haven't been so hyped for an Assassin's Creed game since, what, Unity maybe? And holy shit, my
I mean,
feel.
this actually looks like a step up.
Yeah, it looks
And they're
good.
adding new things like mythology.
Yeah.
Because they showed that basilisk, the snake or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, when was that ever in an Assassin's Creed? It was always just killing NPCs. And there was like some kind of like, you know, with the
world
story,
building,
there was
dude.
like always the mystical items and stuff. But
Yeah,
there
it-
wasn't mythical creatures
Mhm.
and that brought into this world.
but just world building too. I just feel like with all the like you're going to be able to tomb raid, you're going to be able to have quests dealing with mummification, dealing with
They talked about
pharaohs.
hallucination too and everything.
What was that?
Hallucination, like your character's gonna hallucinate. Like
Oh,
let's say
yeah.
if you're in the desert, that heat wave, it will start affecting you as a character.
Damn, I didn't know
That's
that.
gonna be badass.
That's crazy.
Dude, and those are the things I'm like, that's what you need to implement into Assassin's Creed. And yeah, the fact that it's an origin story really lets them kind of do whatever they want with the assassins because these are the first ones. Like,
I mean, that's the only way to fix a series is to go so far back in time
that you have
to the beginning.
you just restart it.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And yeah, I'm excited to see how the Brotherhood starts, and I'm very excited to just live in a world that's Egyptian because I feel like it's such a dude. I'm sorry, man. It's just such an untapped market. Like, dude, like Tomb Raider's the Tomb Raider twin stick shooter.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about.
Trials of Osiris.
Trials
or whatever?
No,
No, it's not Trials. That's
Sorry.
That's Destiny.
Temple of Osiris.
Temple of
Temple of
Osiris.
Osiris.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, that was really cool, and like
I knew it was a T.
Yeah.
it was cheesy Egyptian shit, like super cheesy, but like aesthetically, it was really cool to see it in a video
Yeah.
game, and like now we're seeing it with another franchise, and it taking especially open world. Like I'm just happy to see Egyptian game in an open world.
Yeah.
You know, I want to live in like I've always wanted to do that. Like everybody gets their Rome, and like everybody gets all this shit. And I'm like, bro, I just want one fucking game that does Egyptian
Yeah.
shit right. Like that's it. I'm not like you guys had fucking 3 Roman mythology games with God of War. Like or 4 with Ascension. Suck my dick. Or 6 if you want to.
Suck
Or
my
6 if you want
dick.
to count the PSP games. And like I got nothing. And I remember like the rumors being like the 3rd God of War was gonna be Egypt.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh dude, that would have been so cool.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that. So
I'm just finally happy to have somebody on my side about fucking Assassin's Creed. This hype.
dude, I'm fucking hyped, dude.
Dude, because I know me and you, when this game comes out, we're going to be texting so fucking much.
Dude, what I think I'm gonna do is
And
gonna
I'm
try
actually interested for the first time in
Years.
forever.
Yeah.
Like 3 was the last time I was genuinely hyped for one, and that game let me down, like big time.
Yeah, because the trailer for 3 made it seem so fucking incredible. Like,
Yeah,
everything they were showing.
Revelations.
yeah,
I was
it was a
I was
The
like dope. Wanna see
Revolutionary
more.
War and that whole setting. And
Yeah, like traversing the snow area. You know, all that was cool. They, yeah, and they brought it down so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
And then since
I
then,
think
it's just been
Revelations-
the same thing for me.
Sorry,
like
that-
I just had no interest.
yeah.
But this
Revelations was my
seems to be
last
fresh.
hyped one.
Oh,
It was
dude.
definitely a disappointment to me. Yeah, if they can capture how I felt with Brotherhood in 2, and I think they will, because that's the vibes I'm getting.
Oh, dude.
And I'd never gotten
I genuinely love 1 and 2. I
had-
thought they were both
same.
great games.
Well, I loved 1, but like 2 did everything better.
2 is
Right,
100.
2
Yeah.
is way
Um,
better.
No, but like I had the same guttural feeling with 3 that I did with Unity. And I remember when 3 came out and my friend pre-ordered, got the steelbook case, and I was like, Austin, like
Oh, dude, I
I
did.
was like,
too.
watch out. I don't think this is
Waited
gonna,
in
I was
line.
like, watch out, dude. I really think this isn't gonna be as good as everybody thinks. Dude, dude, it's like Assassin's Creed in America, dude. It's fucking badass.
In America.
And then he got it. He's like, fuck, this game sucks. And I was like, told ya. They were being really quiet with it. Why are you being really quiet with this game? And they did that with Unity as well.
Oh, me and you had the same moment in
It's
Unity.
rough.
Yeah, I didn't play Unity.
No, when we first started talking on PlayStation.
Oh, that's the first time I ever talked
yeah,
to you.
I was like, dude,
Dude,
Unity.
like, I love this game. I love this game. And about 20 minutes later, he's like, yeah, dude, fuck this game.
They fucking ruined it
Yeah.
within 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think we can. Or Luther. Yeah, I forgot.
Luther wanted to shout out or as his favorite game, Evil Within 2.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
just-
interested.
I mean, none of us have played through the first game, so
I'm giving a hard time just to give him a hard time. No, I know.
I think he's just super into that cerebral horror like idea of where it's like all in your head.
Yeah, like, what's
and it's
real,
just
what
really
isn't real.
trippy, really fucks with your
Yeah.
mind.
It's cool. Not my favorite thing. So
I know the animations look really good.
Mhm.
yeah, I bet I have that game on
Scary.
PC, so I might play it before the game comes out. It's probably like 10 hours. Honestly, could play it probably right now and just trudge through it. But I might just go back to Persona in the next week or so.
Please,
Yeah.
dude.
And I'm playing it on easy, so I can kind of just run through it. I don't have to
Oh
worry
my
about
god, the
it.
waifu wars, man.
The waifu.
No,
wars.
dude, you think I'm playing? Like, I have like three
Dude,
choices now. I'm
Dude,
just like,
I
fuck,
was
what
in
do
the
I
same
choose?
boat with 4.
No. Dude, Chie, Yukiko, and Rise do not match up to what we have now.
Okay.
Holy shit, it's hard.
So, yeah. Also, want to know. I also know that Wolfenstein was in his consideration, and that Super Mario Odyssey was in his consideration. So, as Nerd Outlet, so we all have our personal tops, but I think we all agreed in the chat pretty easily that as a unison, I think Super Mario Odyssey is our game of the show.
For sure.
For everybody, I think it's a game, especially if we're talking about, hey, a game for everybody. That's it, dude.
Best
I mean, like,
trailer,
I think it
best
had the best
gameplay
trailer.
presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like just the quality that we
Just
saw
looks
with
like
the
a
game.
10 out
And
of
it already
10, top
looks
to bottom.
polished,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah,
It's a Nintendo game.
Yeah, of
dude.
course.
Like, I just wish every studio was like that, dude. But I mean, that would make everything ordinary, not extraordinary, with Nintendo. So sure. But anyway, guys, that was episode 31 of the Nerd Outlet podcast.
Holy shit, it's almost 2 hours.
yeah,
Yep,
well,
this
yeah,
is a
well,
2-hour one.
Dude, fuck it, keep going. We only got 7 more minutes.
No.
Keep going.
Dude, no, come on.
So yeah, if you want to check us out, subscribe to us on YouTube. Just search Nerd Outlet. We're on Twitter and Instagram, both at Nerd Outlet. Facebook.com/Nerd Outlet. And yeah, give us a like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your grandma.
Be on the lookout for our porno starring me and Nathan
Yeah,
called Fist Deep in Assassin's Creed.